Introducing Pubcoin. Pubcoin is the rewards program for pub sports contributors. Regular chat contributors share their play of the day, POD, in the YouTube chat, including the phrase POD in their message. At the end of the week, the amount of units earned are converted into Pubcoins. Pubcoin can be used as reward points for prizes, shop discounts, and contests.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mills here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
Your membership to Gold, you will be automatically entered in every horse race, every Wednesday and Friday. It is time to race horses. We are racing camels today.
Shout out to the Gold members. We're racing in San Antonio immediately here. And we're off. 2 minutes, 74 canals on this racetrack. It's wide. We're racing in San Antonio.
Pat Wally moving forwardly. Jeff Slaughter in the mix as well. And as is Randall Sheffield, who's put that beautiful nose out front.
But it's actually real grass here, Jimmy. Maybe Kentucky bluegrass. Oldie, no! There he goes. There he goes. Oldie in the lead now. K. Wolf falls back. The horses love it. Sometimes they stop and eat it on the way to the finish line. That's why your horses start so far in the back. Here. Oh, look at Nuss Flush Allen bursting out here. J-Dub in the mix. Rude Boy up here as well. Jimmy, take it away.
There's Oldie. Oldie is moving to the front. We are past the halfway mark in our 2 mile. And there's Ricky Levy.
Oh my goodness, he's in the mix here. Jimmy, take it home. This is our first dog race ever.
19 seconds left in the horse race here. It's Fernando Mendoza trying to find the wire. 14 seconds left. Can Fernando Mendoza take this home? Here comes Kenny Can. Kenny Can wants a piece of the pie. Put his schnoz up front. Ricky Bobby, 9 seconds left. Can Donut Silks make it right? Can Res Mall make it right to be $50?
You son of a bitch!
Here comes Tori Coker. Kenny Can Smoking Mirrors. Director 97 home. That is a great. Here comes Jason Meyer, the other auto custodian. Billy Friedrich. Jones one. They're all coming down the finish.
Coin! Nowhere!
Oh no! Fanatical Jim!
From the corporate Peter Loshak, legendary sports handicap mode, dapper than a dawn. Father young phenom, known as Jimmy, who declared one day that the bag was here to stay. Information like a PSA, we all PSR, Pub Sports Radio, bizarre. Is a man named Slaughter and he flipped the script. No competition in this they quit the trip. What we say, we be pubbing. Better with the bag and you love it. You want it top 10, we above it. Let's check.
What up, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers? Happy Tuesday, July 1st. Happy Canada Day. It's a holiday up here in the north. I'm excited to be rocking with you guys today. I had a really rough Friday, and God sent me for a bit of a loop. We had a successful Saturday horse racing show. It wasn't a huge score. I closed up 381. So it was, it was fine. We'll take it. It was a very fun day. And so it's helpful, to be in the black. But then I joined Medicate Mondays, and I only went in there with 2 bets. I left with 5. I'd already made 2. I went 3-0 on the addition. So it was a glorious 4-1 MLB day to handle the bounce back. I got the bounce back in business. So now I'm ready to get back to double-digit units. I'm pretty close to double-digit units here. El Dorado custodian Jason Meyer saying good call in Arizona yesterday. Yeah, I had the first 5, but our guy Stacks play today, Mr. Justin McKelvey, got me on the team total over 3.5. I didn't get the plus 100 that he got. I had to pay minus 109, but glorious stuff. Glorious stuff. Made the spite bet on the Mariners because of the disrespect being given to George Kirby. By the way, when you guys see me make a spite bet, join me for whatever reason. Nothing in my ROI. There's no spot that's higher than when I make a bet out of spite. Mariners took care of business. George Kirby, as I said, is going to be the best Mariners pitcher for the rest of the season. I've been saying that for a week and a half or so. Watch it continue to happen. And let's bring on my partner in crime here on Tuesdays. Brooklyn in the house. Please welcome Mr. Peter Loshak to the festivities. Lodals, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How's everything? How's the guy? Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Just running around all this shit with AC. We got to change up our locale, so it takes me a little bit of time. That's no excuse, though. There's no excuse. There's always time for what matters.
It's all good. Oh, Spooner, you've done the same for me on many occasions. Crystal Craig, happy Canada Day to you as well. Chappie Funk in the house. What a great group. Gorky ready to get to work. We got WTA action from Wimbledon. Real Madrid to win the Italian Yankees money line here for Gorky. The jam play of the day from Mally Mal. First 5 minus a half, minus 130. Repping the Bronx. First 3 under 2.5 and first 5 under 4.5 as well from Mally Mal. We got Justin McKelvey in the house. Aaron Judge RBI at plus 125 and CJ Abrams RBI at plus 100 here. MLG Beavis ready to get to work. Spooner in the house. Sly one. Happy Canada Day to you, my friend. Coin. It's Coin's birthday. Coin's birthday. And
this is for you, pal.
Oh, yeah. Get that in you. Get that in you.
That is a screenshot.
A capper who we love dearly here at Pub Sports Radio, a big part of the crew here. And it is his birthday, which means the pressure is on.
Instead of that as the pick, we just switch it with this.
Yeah, I'll get Jose on that.
Can you at least do me that one? That'll get ratings too.
I'll get Jose on that. That does make sense.
That'll get ratings.
Dougie Wise free bands play today is Twins -1. And this is the angle, Pete, that I have my highest ROI of any angle. And the angle is negative so far this year. And that's fading a team switching cities on a 7+ game winning streak. Dougie Wise already on the Twins -1, and I will be joining you. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens with the market, see if I want to do anything else other than just the Twins -1 with you. We got Old E in the house at work for a couple more hours, but listening per usual. Let's crush today. Much love to you, Old Ian. There's Spooner's action. Cubs -1, Rays -1, Phillies -1, and Twins moneyline. Irish King in the house. Ronnie Lofton ready to get to work. Serious business. Redbeard on the Rays. First 5 minus a half. A Marlins team total over. There's Guillermo Zertucci ready to get to work. 9 legacy. I have not copied and pasted 9 legacies. Actually, let me get this in. Braves run line. Cardinals money line. Rays run line. Mets money line. And Rangers double result for 9 legacy. Let's get this all locked in here. Jason Meyer, the El Dorado custodian in the house. We got Big Daddy Boom, Leo Leon, Boss 707. Yes, the roof will be open at the Rogers Center today.
Oh, really?
Boss says run it back with Toronto. Spooner says I need to know what Loshak is drinking. We got J Cop in the house. TJ ready to get to work. And we have very exciting event coming up here in Toronto that we're very excited about. Woodbine Racetrack, Low Bag Summit of Champions. And TJ going to be crossing the border to hang out with us for the Low Bag Summit of Champions. So TJ will be there as well. Very excited about all that. As I said, invites are going out this week and things are getting set up this week. So very excited about that. Billy Friedrich in business says happy Bobby Bonilla Day for those who celebrate it. Yes, Noel celebrates it as well. Deacon Mike in the house. Yes, I'll say it again, boss 707. The roof will be open today in Toronto.
I thought I saw drizzle. I would think with any chance of rain, they would close it, but I guess
they
not.
do.
Right?
They do. But I had it. I have zero precipitation here. I'll check my other phone. This is a roof open situation as far as I know, but let me just double that down here. And sorry, let me get past this. I don't need this. I don't need that. Here we go. Where my location. Yes, this is a complete roof open situation. Don't be concerned about anything. Roof open in Toronto. TJ says roof open and total drops. There's lots to talk about, but this is it's going to be absolutely gorgeous tonight too. If there's a little bit of cloud or drizzle, it'll be in the next hour. It's all sunshine, all glory, all night. And we will talk about that game here because the weather has changed a little bit. But it's there is let's just see here. Partly cloudy conditions from 2 to 3. Sunny for the rest of the day here. And do we have the next expected rainfall of any kind is not for 6 days, they say. So roof will be open. Speaking of roof being open, Peter, it is time to get to work, but it is a very exciting week here for both of our countries. Canada Day here today for us, and you have Memorial Day and July 4th for you guys. Talk to us about your plans for this week. You have anything exciting going on? You got a lovemaking session? Like what's going on?
I'm just gonna blast some explosives, and if anyone complains, I'll just call them a fucking liberal commie and run after them. And if they don't run away, I'll punch them in the face. And pretty much it.
Look, that sounds valid.
Bully some liberals, blow up some fireworks. Of course, grill some shit, some meat.
Sure.
Right? Hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken, and that's about it.
That sounds nice. Is this a rooftop gathering or where is this festivities going down? In case anyone
liberals to bully anywhere on you spit and hit 5 of them within 2 feet of you at all times. It'll be easy. No, I have no plans for the locale.
Okay. All right. Well, it's nice. It sounds like you're gonna have a wonderful week here. I'm excited to be here.
It's gonna be great
for this Major League Baseball card. And Kong says, "Can we get Pete to say hamburgers again?"
Hamburgers.
We got just my 2 cents.
Hot dogs, chicken.
Just my 2 cents in the house. Wine Time Sports, Philly Eagle Flyer. Let's get to work. I'm ready to rock this MLB card. So let's attack the board, Peter. We start in a sold-out Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario. New York Yankees, 48-36, 22-19 on the road. Toronto Blue Jays, 46-38. Who would have thought we'd be this close to the Yankees at this point in the season? Mr. Heat in the house. 26-16, 10 games over 500 at home. Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario. Let's go over. We just did the weather, but let's do it here officially. We'll do it at Swish as well as Ballpark Pal here and see what we are dealing with here. Canada Day, sold out ball game. Yankees, Jays. Doesn't get better than this for us. 84 Fahrenheit feels like 85, 8.9 miles per hour left to right. There is, for here, according to Swish, 0% precipitation to start, 5% at 4 p.m. and 0 again 6. This roof is open, baby. Get ready for it. Rogers Center's plus 9%, plus 9% homers, plus 10% doubles and triples, and plus 3% singles. And not only that, Peter, but we get started with Stacks Play of the Day numero uno. That is Aaron Judge Ribby. Aaron Judge RBI for our guy, Justin McKelvey. Stacks Play of the Day in business.
Stacks, 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 stacks.
Wine Time is right. He says, I could tell you who thought the Jays would be this close at this point of the season. It was Wine Time. The only person I heard of that actually believed in this team to this extent. Now, Dennis Garcia, others were on the team win total over for the season, but this was very impressive call. Noel saying Judge 2 intentional walks yesterday. Redbeard took Freed over 5.5 Ks. And there is AM in the house as well as Wine Time's full card. Diamondbacks minus 130, Pirates over 7.5. That's together. Oh, no, it's not. Diamondbacks minus 130, Cards, Pirates over 7.5, Yankees, Jays under 7.5, Red Sox minus 110, Rockies plus 130, Mariners, Royals under 8 here for Wine Time Sports. Let me make sure I got that copied and pasted right under Dougie Wise's bonus play of the Cardinals. So a lot of cappers here. We do have now, reviewing everybody's action here. I know we're just getting started, but Cubs minus 1 for TJ. Cubs minus 1 for Spooner. Paying attention to that. Ballpark Pal, we've gone over that. So let's get through the line history here and the cash flow. The board we've been using at Wager Talk, unavailable today. I don't know if anybody else. Let's see, is it finally here? No, unavailable, which is not good. It means we have to use the Action Network. And the trust factor drops a little bit. If anybody else, I guess, those people using odds logic and things like that will be able to help here. But Wager Talk board down. So here for the Yankees, according to Action, of course, it's going to be 95% of tickets on the over, 90% of cash on the over, always been skewed to the over. 82% of tickets and 58% of cash on the Yankees, 18% of tickets, 42% of cash on the Toronto Blue Jays. Wine Time says, I'll be on the Cubs minus 1, I think, as well with the fellas. Okay, interesting, AM. I will do that. And full line movement available, but Logic has no cash ticket info either. Very, very, very interesting. So let's go through the line history here. We have these Yankees opening up at minus 162. They're now minus 158. It's just really a tightening of VIG. There's been no line movement towards the Jays. They opened up plus 145, and they're at plus 145. As was mentioned here in the chat, a move to the under. I don't see it here where I'm looking. This book opened this up under 8, minus 113. Right now it's under 8, minus 112. Just sitting there. We got Mr. Belvedere's card as well. Let's get this copied and pasted here. Twins minus 1, Cubs minus 1, Mariners minus 130. Boss says it's 7.5. So I'm looking at an 8 right now at 8, minus 113 to the under. And going across the board, I only see 8s. I see 8s at every book. The only book I see 2 offshores with a 7.5, but it's minus 118 to the over and minus 116 to the over. So, but again, and TJ again saying it's 7.5s everywhere. So obviously we're looking at different books at this point. It's 7.5 here, 365, but it's an 8 here. Offshore at all the books I talked about. Again, look, we don't need to debate this stuff. It's all right in front of us. And we can use the information however we choose. Max Fried, 10-2, 1.92 ERA, 0.94 whip, throwing 108 innings, 104 Ks, 21 walks, and 7 home runs. Last start, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 0 earned run, 7 Ks, 1 walk, and a 7-1 win at the Reds. On the road, Fried started 9 games. He's allowed just 13 earned runs. He's been very, very good. Very good. 221 opponents' batting averages. Splits are very good as well. Lefties hitting them harder than righties. Gossman on the other side, 6-6, 4.21 ERA, 1.06 whip, 12 home runs allowed this season. He's coming off a great start at the Guardians. Kind of came a little bit by surprise. He's been better on the road than he's been at home, but it was a phenomenal start by him. And now can he carry it over here in front of a sold-out crowd? He's had 7 starts at home, and he's allowed 20 earned runs and 8 home runs. He's been hit hard at home. His splits are quite good, though. Righties hitting him harder than lefties. Yankees versus righties, 237, 727 OPS. Jays versus lefties, 281, but with just the 716 OPS, so not a ton of power. Yankees bullpen starting to pitch well again, 3.36 ERA, 1.33 whip over the last 30 days, while the Jays bullpen is a 4.04 ERA, 1.34 whip. Peter Loshak, game 1 of this 15-day MLB card, Yankees, Jays.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the comment section and everything. Yeah, the lineups are out here. Fried, obviously great overall. I mean, you know this guy Gausman better than I do, Jim, but my stats indicate that probably a bit of a regression from him compared to his last start. And yeah, the Aaron Judge hits, runs, and RBIs prop is only 1.5, which I know that he gets a lot of walks, and so a lot of times he doesn't get there. But I'm expecting Gausman to get hit a little bit unless you have some reason to believe that is not likely to be the case here, Jim. What do you think?
I do not trust Gausman this year. I just don't. I just have the read on him. I found it very difficult, and I did not expect him to shove last start, and it cost me money. He's not been very good at home.
Right.
Look at the. I mean, I think it probably makes sense for us to go through the spots where he succeeded. We know the Guardians have real issues with the sticks. So has he been now? But the Yankees aren't ripping the leather off the ball. I mean, we don't need to get out of hand here. Yankees versus righties last 30 days, 237, 721. Excuse me, 727 OPS. But let's just see who he's shut down, because he shut down a Guardians team that's not hitting. He's struggled at home this year. If we go through these starts, Arizona took him for 7 earned runs. Philly took him for 4 earned runs. Twins took him for 3 earned runs. Athletics took him for 3 earned runs. But I fear, just because of a bias, because it just cost me money. So then he shuts down Texas. He shuts down the Padres when they weren't hitting. The Rays.
He's gonna give you. I mean, he's all right. He's gonna give you a nice shutdown start a third of the time. You know what I'm saying? Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, BJ says Yankees have their high leverage arms available. Matty Ice here. Jake Myers over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 110. Says I don't do this often with the 2.5, but it's 2.5 for a reason. Also love Riley Green over 1.5 today from our friend Matty Ice. Yeah, Noel saying Gausman not consistent. I expected this to be a Yankees or pass. Look, I would have been on the Yankees yesterday if the market didn't tell us not to. And here there's not much of a difference. They're telling us not to do it again. I am surprised of this total. You guys are looking at 7.5, so I'm looking at 8. A juice to the under, but just plus 100 to go over the 8. Minus 112 to go under the 8. The line not moving at all makes me think that the Jays are live. The total moving from 8 to 7.5 makes me think that Gausman's capable of pitching well, which is something I don't want to bet on. I didn't want to bet on Scherzer pitching well yesterday. I don't want to bet on Gausman pitching well today, Pete.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to take. I will take at least Bellinger hits, runs, and RBIs 1.5 minus 125. So you're saying the market's saying that, and I was thinking, why not just a standard no-brainer Yanks first 5?
Well, I mean, I think it's important to figure out the juice difference here, because this is what got me on the Mariners yesterday. Here, at 365, the Jays are minus 165, and then first 5, they're minus 170. I mean, it should be a bigger than 5-cent difference, honestly. Coin leaning towards the under 7.5. AM says he thinks he'll bet this under 7.5. None of this. For me, this is I want to back Max Fried against Kevin Gausman, and if the market indicates that that's a questionable decision, which I think it's telling us right now. I mean, you have to think with Fried, who's 10-2, the 1.92 ERA, 0.94 WHIP on the road, he's been excellent against Gausman, who's got a 4.2 on ERA, of course, a 1.06 WHIP, but this is a guy who's allowed 8 home runs and 7 home starts. He's been hit hard at home, 20 earned runs in those 7 home starts. And yet there's just a 5-cent difference to Max Fried. Feels like they're opening up their arms to Yankees cash. And they're opening up their arms to over cash. And I don't want to be on the other sides of those two spots.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want an over here. I mean, I could easily see, Yanks 4-1 after like 6 innings. And then, the under is probably a good bet there.
Well, there's nothing for me here in this one at this point. Oh, TJ, I just said sorry. I just used 365. The minus 165 here. It's what I have up. Here, I could use other books, but Yankees are minus 165 on the money line here for full game, and they're minus 160. Or excuse me, minus 170 for first 5 cents more expensive. I would expect that to be more. Again, we can go offshore and see that it's more somewhere. Let me just check the offshore that we use for our line market, and they have, and I see bigger difference. It's important to see the difference, but let's see here. They've got the Yankees at minus 155 full game, and then first half they have minus 172, so that fits it. That's 17 cents. You're absolutely right. Fernando Mendoza got the under 8 early, and Ron Lofton is on Clement over 1.5 bases. Robert Franklin on Yankees minus 1 and the under 8. This isn't on a 15-game card. This does not appeal.
All right, well, I'll definitely take Bellinger. Hits, runs, RBIs minus 125, just 1.5. I would love to add on Judge there, because Gossman's probably going to be like, I can get this dude out.
Oh yeah.
Guess again.
Especially after beating Ramirez. And shout out to our guy Big Zo in the house. Says happy candidate to all our northern cousins. May the gambling gods forever be in your favor. Let's go, Jays. Big Zo.
Just last night, Jimmy the Bag, I watched a documentary on Tom Ford. You know who that is?
Is that no? I mean, isn't there a fucking Cologne named that? Is that the dude? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. That's what
Jesus.
I'm talking about.
Should be studying baseball, Pete.
I know. I was trying to. But you got fucking freak documentaries. You got porn. You got it's all of food. You got food. All these fucking distractions.
No, I know. It's not easy. No one ever said it was.
Christ.
Let's roll on. Nasnate says Red Sox easiest money on the board yesterday. No, the spite bet on the Mariners was the easiest bet on the board. But yours was also legitimate. Let's roll on, Peter. Let us know if you're going to be adding.
You want to know something funny?
Yes.
Stu Feiner used to love me. Then he hated me because when the Tom Ford video came out, I said, that's not Toronto Mayor Tom Ford. That's sports betting, handicapping legend Stu Feiner. And he got super exalted.
Oh, you're talking about Doug Ford. Is that what you're talking about?
No. Doug Ford was the one who had his shit together.
You're talking about Rob Ford. Rob Ford. Yes.
What's his first name?
You said Tom Ford. The fucking.
Yeah, I did. Is that not his first name?
The fragrance clown. That's who you said. That's who you, the fucking. You're a fashionista, Pete. Is that what you are?
I don't know what they are.
Okay, you mean Rob Ford, the crack smoking mayor of Toronto?
Tom Ford.
There's a big difference between Rob Ford and Tom Ford, Pete.
Okay.
Jesus. All right. No, Doug Ford was not the Rob Ford was, but come on. Okay. Let's just.
He was one who had shit together, which is why no one would vote for him. All right.
Welcome, Kristen. Let's get to work here. Timmy Two Shoes says Rob Ford is a god in Etobicoke. And Steve G says Henry Ford invented the assembly line. Yes, we're on the same page now. we're on the same page. Okay, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, the San Diego Padres 45 and 39, 20 and 25 on there. I thought you were watching Tom Ford and sashaying back and forth in your apartment. Tight leather pants.
Tom Ford sounds cool, but all right. Sorry about that. I apologize.
At the Philadelphia Phillies, 50 and 35, 27 and 14 at home at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Slick Nick Pivetta going up against Christopher Sanchez. Let's get into the weather here for this one. We have rain, and rain. This is now. It is possible that this game gets pushed back and they try to play it. But I don't see how this game goes. Right now, Citizens Bank Park is plus 16%, plus 41% home runs, minus 5% doubles and triples, 0% singles. I imagine that people don't believe that this game will go. What are your thoughts on the chances of this game being played here, Peter?
Probably not, but I did take a shot with Sanchez under 5.5 hits because he could get that done anyway, even with good weather, and easily could have a postponement where they finish it later and he gets yanked after 4 innings. So and I took a shot with Pivetta under 5.5 strikeouts and Sanchez under 5.5 hits. Both of them I would like them a little bit anyway, and because of the weather, I took shots with them.
Well,
Yes.
let me just load up your action here because I do not think this game goes, but we'll do a quick review. So Pivetta as well as Sanchez. So you have Sanchez under five and a half
hits.
hits.
And
What was that?
Pivetta
Vig?
under 5.5 strikeouts.
Okay, what was the vig for each?
Well, 5.5 hits was like even money. Strikeouts was like minus 120. So, I bet those, but you're right. It probably doesn't go.
And Mally Mouse says Philly first. Oh, yesterday, nice job here. So Dougie White says Philly first 5 seems appealing. I don't think this game goes, but Slick Nick Pivetta 8-2, 3.36 ERA, 1.03 WHIP. His last start was a thing of beauty. 10 strikeouts, no walks, 1-0 win at home versus the Nationals. On the road this year, he's struggled at times. 19 earned runs in 7 starts, 6 home runs allowed in 7 starts, 16 walks in those 7 starts. He's not been very good. Righties hit him much harder than lefties. He shuts lefties down, 194, 530 OPS. TJ says a ton of love for the over in the game because of weather, but I said this last night that this doesn't move overnight. I will be on the under, but no tickets, money information sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Wally, my man. We love you and think about you, buddy. Justin McKelvey says no action here, and Mally Mouse says it seems a lot of away pitchers are going to allow runs on the road. Look, I mean, I don't want to leave money on the table. I just don't see how this game possibly goes. Let's just do one last actual weather check here from a weather station rather than this focus here. So it's got the heavy thunderstorms, light rain, then you have heavy rain at 9 p.m. and rain showers the rest of the night. This isn't going, man.
Yeah, I don't think so.
This isn't going. But Peter does have his action in.
I'll add on Pivetta under 5.5 strikeouts at minus 120 just in case.
Sure. You are in business here. And AM saying 27% of the bets on the Padres, 43% of the money on the Padres, 44% bets on the over, 35% cash on the over. Redbeard leaning towards the under. And let's roll on. Next up for us, 6:40 p.m. Eastern, the Minnesota Twins 40-44, 18-27 on the road. The Miami Marlins 37-45, 17-24 at home. We're at Lone Depot Park, Miami, Florida. And here's the situation. Here we go. We have the Marlins, who have won 7 straight games and are switching cities back home to face Joe Ryan. Free bands play today is the Twins -1. It's a 2-unit banger for Dougie Wise. A roof will be closed down there. So let's just get into the line history and set this one up, Peter. A line history-wise, we have the Marlins at plus 134. I've been watching this line quite a lot. It's just sitting here at plus 134. This opened up at plus 122. It's just been one-way traffic towards the Twins, who opened up minus 135, but just 11 cents of movement. Nothing extraordinary. From a total standpoint here, we have a 7.5 minus 115 to the over. This opened up minus 114 to the over, so we've had no move on the total. Cash-wise, again, we are using action, unfortunately, because some of the sites that we use are down. So take it with a grain of salt because every game will have heavy tickets on the over. 93% of tickets and 87% of cash on the over. Then 63% of tickets and 61% cash on the Minnesota Twins. Joe Ryan, 8-3, 2.86 ERA, 0.89 WHIP, 104 strikeouts over 91 in the third. He's been very good this year. Coming off a great start at home over the Mariners, 6 innings, no earned runs allowed, just 3 hits, 8 Ks, no walks. On the road this year, he's been great. 14 earned runs over 8 starts, 47 innings in those 8 starts. I mean, he's pitching very well. 57 strikeouts, 11 walks. He's only allowed 4 home runs. Opponents hitting 175 against him. His splits are elite. Going up against Edward Cabrera, who I'm very high on. I'm a big believer in him. He's coming off an 8-5 extra inning win at the Giants. That would have been a game I would have definitely been on the under. That was him and Logan Webb, but the market told us not to. The first 3 unders still would have cashed in that one. There's only 1 run after the first 3 innings, and the game went to extras. And a huge amount of runs were scored. He's not been that good at home. He's allowed 16 earned runs over 7 starts. 4 jacks in those 7 starts, 237 opponent's batting average. His splits are even. Lefties 237.05, righties 261, 738. Last 30 days, the Twins are hitting 244 with a 754 OPS versus righties, while the Marlins are hitting 269 with a 726 OPS. The Twins bullpen's been the worst in baseball for a long time now. Their last 30-day stats, 6.80 ERA, 1.80 whip. Marlins bullpen, 3.78 ERA, 1.14 whip. Justin McKelvey has the Twins minus 140 in his pocket. AM says Twins 65% of the tickets, 74% of the cash. The over is 68% of the bets, but just 41% of the money. BJ says really wanted the Twins, but couldn't do it. These bats are horrible, in my opinion, very streaky. JW says no way, go up against the Fish right now. And Jermaine has Buxton 3+ hits runs in this one for him. Mr. Loshak, take it away. This is a spot where I'm certainly going to bet this fade of the 7-game winning streak, switching cities. There's no reason the market is not indicated there's any reason I should find concern. The only question is, should I also, move on an under or a first 3 under? Peter Loshak, take it away. Twins, Marlins.
Yeah, I think the first 3 under is probably worth a look. I definitely took Cabrera under 2.5 earned runs. I paid some juice for it, but that's okay. And I do like Ryan here a bit. And I took a shot with Ryan under 5.5 hits. I mean, he's good. He suppresses hits. I definitely don't like that's betting against a falling knife or whatever it's called, because Miami's been hitting. Now they return home. So, I took a shot with Ryan under 5.5 hits, Cabrera under 2.5 earned runs. And yeah, the first 3 and first 5 under, I think are worth a shot. Although I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. But yeah, I think Cabrera has it's just Cabrera's strikeout prop. He runs up such high pitch counts that sometimes it's hard to get like a 6 strikeout. But I like Ryan, small lean Ryan over 6.5 strikeouts as well.
Huh. I wonder why the first 3 under 2.5 is so cheap.
Anything can happen here.
Yeah, it's not appealing. Minus 130 to the under, minus 110 to the over at a 7.5. I don't know if it. At this point, I'll see if the line moves, but it should be more expensive. And if we looked at the 7.5s last night, the 7.5. So let me just pull up yesterday's worksheet here for Medicate Mondays. To give you an idea here, what you would expect the price to be, we had the Athletics Rays first 3 under, which lost that 3-run home run, and then there was 4 runs scored. There was minor loss yesterday. This under 2 was minus 145. The KC Seattle under 2.5. The under 2.5 was minus 155. Minus 130 is just cheap, which means if it's going to stay that cheap, it'll just be the Twins on the minus 1 line for me here. And this is not about Cabrera being vulnerable, but he might just be at home. In fact, let's just quickly go through these home starts and see if maybe he has been a little bit more vulnerable than one would expect at home. I'd just like to go through the last few home starts, then we can move on to this game. Dougie White says perfect time to go up against the Fish. Let's take a look at Edward Cabrera's last home starts. Now, I'm a big believer in him.
I looked at that and saw that there was no issue, but go ahead. Let's look at it again.
No, you're right. He has been excellent at home. That last start against the Phillies, he completely shut them down. 1 run over 6 1/3. The start before that, the Giants, he didn't allow a run over 5 2/3. Even against the hard-hitting Cubs, he only allowed 3 earned runs. Athletics, 2 earned runs. So his numbers are skewed a little bit just because of one, difficult start against Arizona on April 17th. And then we're talking about someone who's had just more road starts than home starts. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it's not. Look, I'll keep an eye on this first 3 under. I want it to be more expensive if I'm going to move on it. But the Twins minus 1 I will be on. And I hope that this moves 10 cents or at least 5 cents. It should be more than minus 130. So, Peter, are you making Cabrera under 2.5 earned runs and Ryan under 5.5 hits official?
I will, and I'm also going to add Judge hits, runs, and RBIs 1.5 minus 135. Look, if they walk him 5 times and he, gets no hits, no runs, and no RBI, or 1 run and no RBIs or whatever, I'll eat the loss. But just minus 135, I'll take it. I will take Cabrera under 2.5 earned runs as well. I'll shop around for the best line there. And yeah,
And not the Ryan under 5.5 hits?
I guess I'll hold off on that. I like it statistically. I like it, but it is betting a reversal of form. I mean, in Miami, they did it in game in and game out for a while now. I'm not going to bet against that. All right.
All right, let's roll on here. 6:40 p.m. Eastern. St. Louis Cardinals at the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We got Jose just finishing up from producing his other show. Let's just get this. Sorry, a little slow on the uptick here. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. Paul Skeens, Andre Palante here. Palante 5-4, 4.43 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, 87 in the third, 60 strikeouts, 29 walks, 12 home runs. He's not been pitching that well of lately, but he's coming off a fine start against the Cubs. It was at home, 3-0 loss, 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 homer, 2 Ks, 2 walks. He struggled on the road. 23 earned runs in 8 starts over 45 innings. 8 home runs in those 8 starts, 258 opponents batting average. He's been much better at home. And it is the righties that are hitting him hard. 296, 837 OPS. Kutch, Reynolds, Gonzalez, Bart, Hayes, and Kiner Falefa are the right-handed bats. This is not the best lineup for him. The Padres are actually starting to hit righties. 266, 716 OPS, better than they've hit in some time. Going up against Paul Skeens, 2.12 ERA, 0.91 WHIP. Coming off a start at the Brewers where he allowed 4 earned runs, and he was sort of outpitched by Mizorowski. At home, he's had 7 starts. He's been much better on the road all year long. At home, he's had 7 starts. He's allowed 13 earned runs. He's allowed 5 home runs in those 7 starts. Those are not Skeen-like numbers. 179 opponents batting average is. His splits are phenomenal. Cards are hitting 256 with a 739 OPS, and both bullpens have been very good of late. I've been higher on this Cards bullpen than others throughout the season. Last 30 days, 3.28 ERA, 1.23 WHIP. Pirates bullpen, 2.48 ERA, 1.00 WHIP. Let's get into the line history here for this one. Peter, we have a 7.5. It's minus 115 to the under. This opened up at 7 at 5:20 p.m., a 5-cent move to the over, and then it became 7.5 at 9:05 p.m. That 7.5 has stuck around. And it is, heavily juiced to the under. On the money line for this one, we have Skeens at minus 160. Opened up at minus 163. I wonder if we think it should be more expensive because Palante just looks pretty average, or do we have a situation where a young pitcher is going up against Skeens and wants to show how good he is? Here at 365, the Pirates are minus 170 full game, and first 5 they're minus 210. Pete, 40 cents difference. Good God. Sly one says Skeens has never recorded a win versus the Cards. Irish King is on the Skeens. Mouse says Skeens hasn't beat this team yet. Why the books make him minus 170? Irish King says Pittsburgh money line is too easy. Some wild stuff here, Pete. And then we have to go, unfortunately, to the Action Network for the cash flow. So why don't we take a look at what they have here for us? They have 77% of the tickets, 70% of cash on the over, 64% of the tickets, 59% cash on the Pittsburgh Pirates. There's our guy Top Set in the house. Spooner says 60 of 40 Skeens career starts are versus the Cardinals. Oh, but that's being retracted. We'll see what he comes back with. BJ says this is still the Pirates. Coin says Pittsburgh is hot currently. AM has Cardinals 28% of the bets and 43% of cash, and the over is 48% of the tickets, 51% of the cash. Just my 2 cents says Skeen's record is misleading. Pirates bets been letting him down, but I actually think he gets turned a little today. We'll see, though. Johnny K says these Pirates just put up 30 on one of the best teams in the league. And Nate Cerna says, Plante, no thanks. But Colin Clips on the Cardinals here. And Flea Mathis is under every way. First 3, full game, team total under. Troy Torrance on the first 3, team total under a half for the Cardinals. Peter, take it away. A phenomenally interesting spot here with the phenom Paul Skeens going up against Andre Palante.
Yeah, it is. His career stats are not that great against the Cards. I mean, obviously we're talking about very small sample sizes, but still, I think that, Burleson, Arenado, some other guys have hit him okay. And St. Louis in general is a team with some life to them. So, Yeah, it does make me a little bit nervous. I'd probably want to dig in a little bit deeper to see if that was just a speed bump in his last start or okay. And Palante, yeah, solid, rarely lights out. I'm probably going to add on a Pittsburgh batter prop here. And, before first pitch, I'll probably do more Palante gets a lot of grounders. So I'm going to search for which, hitter or hitters in the Pittsburgh lineup are most likely to be able to take advantage of that. But, I might add on McCutchen, Reynolds, one of those hits, runs, and RBIs prop here against Palante.
Let's take a look at the weather. We didn't dive into that here. 76 Fahrenheit, feels like 82, 3.6 miles per hour to left field, dies down at 2.9 miles per hour. A ballpark pal has PNC Park plus 7% homers, plus 15% doubles and triples, minus 3% singles. Ronnie Lofton passing on this one. Coin says, does Skeens bounce back off one of his worst starts of his career? In JW on Pittsburgh, minus 1.5. Huh. I mean, what is your expectation of Palante here?
Pretty much the same. Okay. Well, ground ball guys tend to have higher volatility than normal. So that's coming into my thinking. He's rarely lights out. He should give up. I think he'll be. I don't think he's going to get crushed. But yeah, I think we're going to see 3 runs or so from him. I think he'll get touched a bit. That's just my personal guess.
Sweaty Butcher in the house. How was the big game, Sweaty Butcher? We were thinking about you, man. Sweaty Butcher's boys in a big baseball game yesterday. Pete got some star ball players in the bloodlines, and we won. Nice, Sweaty Butcher. Rabanga, sweet Rabanga. Nice, I love it. And TJ close to St. Louis plus 1.5. I thought that Palante was going to start becoming extremely vulnerable, and that is not being the case. Let's just take a quick look through his last few starts, because he was better in his last one than I expected him to be against the tough Cubs lineup. That was 2 straight home starts. He's had 4 home starts of his last 5, Pete. I mean, that's a lot of home starts. And then on the road, he had the 1 start at Milwaukee, got touched for 3 earned runs. He has the 1 start at Baltimore, he gets touched for 3 earned runs. I guess when it comes down to it, Pete, I think that the Pirates first 5 -1/2 is a fine price for the situation. And I think I'm going to bet it. So, but I mean, I don't understand why I wouldn't just trust Skeens here through and through. I mean, I think, he's not being great at home. He's coming off a start where there was, for the first time, I don't know, in a long time, there was a better pitcher on the mound than him. And I imagine he takes that to heart and pitches well here. 3 straight road starts he had. You go back home, I mean, he didn't allow a run over 7 2/3 against Philly. He allowed 1 earned run versus Houston. I think that we should take advantage of the situation here. And I know this may not fully fit here. And let me just take one last look at this money line here. So there's been no movement at minus 160. But the Pirates' bullpen's been very good. They have Skeens on the mound, who everybody's seen him get touched up in his last start, coming off 3 straight road starts, finally coming home. We've seen Palante pitch well, but 4 of those 5 starts have come at home. So, yeah, I like Pittsburgh here. And I think that the only reason why I can get there for a reasonable price is because Skeens is 4-7. And there is maybe a possible bias from what they've seen last start. Am I pushing my kind of pushing or forcing a bet on the Pirates? I've not been on Skeens very much this year. I've not been involved. I've had a couple first 3 under 1.5s with them, which I don't want to do because I think Palante is vulnerable. I'm getting to the Pirates, Pete. What would that double result? I don't think I need to bet the double result, except for the fact that the bullpen's been great. What is this Pirates double result? Pirates double result is plus 125. Oh, I love it, Sweaty Butcher. Great work. Yeah, I want to be involved, Pete. Spooner says Pittsburgh is overpriced because of the recent success of their bats. I don't expect the bats to continue to hit. Wow, Mally Mal, Corey Perry to the Kings. Wild. Is there any more information on that? Big Zo says, I'd like the under. Pirates have won by 7+ runs in 3 straight. First time since 1920. Time for a little bat regression. Okay, I'm going to need more time, but I would like to back them here. I would like to back them there. Anything official for you, Peter?
I want to put at least one batter prop here. It's between Reynolds and Nick Gonzalez. I don't know who I want to go for here.
Well, you have some time to think about it. Let's bring on here our producer of Loshak in the bag, the star of Say Hey Plays, the backbone of Pub Sports Radio. Come to us from our home studio in San Antonio, Texas, at the Southtown 101 Best Bar in Texas. Please welcome Mr. Jose Bouquet to the show. Jose, how are you?
Oh, Jesus. Jimmy, we're doing all right. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Bounce back. I needed it. I messaged you on Friday as to how horrifying everything was. And oh, no, Coin. No.
What happened?
No. What? They're going to be so bad next year. Good God, they're going to be awful. Oh, they re-signed Besser.
Yeah.
Oh, God. He's a guaranteed buyout of that contract after 4 or 5 years.
Oh, no.
This is just ugh. Okay. This guy's going to be a healthy scratch, at times this season. Yeah, AM, everybody does likes him, and that's the reason why he's stuck around. God, he's not worth that fucking money at all. So, Jose, we're talking Cardinals Pirates. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, my first thought is, God damn you, wager talk in your fucking splits. My second thought here was obviously to fade Paul Skeens against the Cardinals here. Like you mentioned, hasn't won against them yet in his career. Always pitches well, but the team just always seems to find a way to lose the game. So I obviously was thinking Cardinals. I didn't hear you the Action Network splits on these. What were they again?
I will, but again, this is the same thing that happened to me yesterday. Hearing the ideology behind the game is what got me on the Mariners yesterday. I love the thought process behind Skeens here. I think I can take advantage of. 77% of tickets, 70% of cash on the over. 64% of tickets, 59% of cash on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And it hasn't moved much. I also heard you say that one line. I don't know. Was that the first 5 difference, or was that?
Yeah, 40 cents difference.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yeah, I'd only take Cardinals full game, and that'd be my lean as of right now. I would love for Wager to come back at some point in the show and make me feel better about making these bets semi-blind. But it's Cardinals or nothing for me.
Yeah, this is. I think it's honestly music to my ears. I'm gonna be on the Pirates for sure. Let's do a quick bounce around, very quick. But Peter, are you making anything official here for Pirates Cardinals?
I guess I'm not going to. Yeah, I mean the Pirates are clearly overachieving offensively. Love to take one of these props here against Palante, who in general is vulnerable, but I guess I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off for now. Probably have some bets, but I'll hold off.
Rod Zwacky says, bet on Pittsburgh in home games on the money line versus an NL team with a team batting average of 255 or worse. Pittsburgh's record during the 2025 season, 18-6. And Troy Torrance says, Pirates will finish with a better record than the Cards. And Rod Zwacky. Shut up.
Yeah, wait.
Jose, yes.
Sorry, Troy Torrance in the comment section, baby. I would love to know what he thinks about this situation here.
Well, he thinks the Pirates will finish with a better record than the Cards, so that gives you some idea.
Yeah, a lot of good that does for this bet here, this game right here. Yeah.
And Kong's clip says, me and you, Jose, against the world. That is not the case. This is all being Cardinals. Not one person other than Jerry Davis and I said Pirates.
And you said there was 60% of the bet, 70% of the money on the Pirates, right?
I don't.
Cards F3 team total. All right, there you go. So he thinks at least 3 good innings from Skeens.
No, 64% of the tickets, 59% of the cash. I think there's a real underlying theme here of, one wanting to fade the offensive outburst by the Pittsburgh Pirates, which I don't even care about. I don't care about what happened yesterday. And then the underlying theme of watching Skeens give up 4 runs and the Pirates, losing in these situations here. So I think this is I think this sets up. I know this sets up for me. So we'll hear if Peter adds anything to the Pittsburgh spot. Dougie Wise is also on the Cardinals plus 140. Remember that was his bonus play. Wine time's on that over 7.5. And let's go over this. Oh, and 9 legacies on St. Louis Cardinals money line. This is when you see so many of your colleagues expecting what because Skeens is 4-7 and or fading what happened yesterday, which I don't even care about yesterday. I think this sets up perfectly for me, exactly like the Mariners. Reading in the chat that people thought Kirby was not still improved. Like Kirby didn't have a spring training, and yet they were saying Kirby's trash, fade Kirby. I was like, oh shit, people think that way. I'll bet the Mariners for sure. So here, and Von Polo loving Pittsburgh today here. Timmy Two Shoes smelling an under, first 3 cooking. Okay, so let's review action here and hear from Jose. Jose here, Loshak's on Bellinger over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Aaron Judge over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Did you move on Yankees, Blue Jays?
No, I haven't moved anything yet, but I lean Blue Jays for sure. I think this series just means a whole lot more to the Blue Jays than it does the Yankees. Plus, who wants to fade the Blue Jays on Canada Day?
Oh yeah, I should have been wearing my Canada Day jersey.
I did look up, and I just saw you wearing the White Sox stuff, and I was a little confused. I'm not gonna lie,
I usually wear my Canada Day jersey on Canada Day.
Who wants to fade the Blue Jays on Canada Day? I don't. They're gonna be wearing the red jerseys, red hat. I mean, come on.
The Padres, Phillies, Loshak's on Pavetta under 5.5 Ks and Sanchez under 5.5 hits. Did you move on that?
No, rain game, right? So I stayed up, but fuck Nick Pavetta.
Twins Marlins here. Sweaty Butcher is on the under in the Yankees game. Twins Marlins here. I'm going to be on the Twins -1, the 7-game winning streak, switching cities fade. But the first 3 under should be more expensive than -130 if we're dealing with a 7.5, and that gives me cold feet there. What are your thoughts here?
I'm going to be on the Twins in a money line parlay. Just need to find the second leg.
Interesting. Okay. And Peter, the Cabrera under 2.5 earned runs, Ryan under 5.5 hits. Was either of those made official?
Yeah, Cabrera under 2.5 earned runs. Gonna have to take 170. A lot of places dropped it to 1.5, but 170. And I'm only making the Pavetta one under official, and that's probably gonna get rained out. But
Then we have this Cardinals Pirate spot that we have just discussed. So let's roll on here. AM saying, I think the Pirates bet is pretty sound. Regardless, it looks like a fair amount of money is coming in on the plus money dog, especially in our chat and on what I've copied and pasted. And says the lack of movement from the books makes me think books like the Pirates. Billy Friedrich says Jays are 16-29 straight up on Canada. Look, we've had a lot of bad baseball teams up here. All right,
16-29 is tough, but I will just say, I mean, are you guys a little worried that the lines moved 10 cents towards the Cardinals? 10 cents isn't much. It has moved towards the Cardinal the Cardinals in my books. But I've been seeing it.
It's moved a cent away from the Cardinals over on Penny. So I have no concern whatsoever. Concern whatsoever because look how many people like them.
Well, I won't be betting the Cardinals today, so I wish you guys luck.
Thank you. Let's roll on, fellas. 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Why don't we put Jose, why don't we put Peter in between us because we have the same background? Why don't we get that pimp out? Oh, yeah, that's it. That's the stuff. Sure. There it is, right there. By the way, Rod Zwag says bet against Joseph Ryan and road starts on the run line in interleague game. Ryan's team record is 2-13, Marlins +1 and half. Here we go. Tigers, Nationals. We're Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. Jack Flaherty going up against Trevor Williams. Start with the weather here. Also, the Nats have been better on the road than they've been at home. Just 16-24 at home. The Tigers also better on the road. better at home than on the road. Just 23. Well, not just 23-18. It's a pretty strong road record. Let's get into the weather here for Tigers Nationals to get us started. It's rain throughout this. Oh, and this was where I was sent. I was sent this. There's a flood warning too in Washington. Spooner sent this here, a flood warning. The idea is that there's just a 0% chance that this game will go.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't even look at this game. I'll look at it if it turns out that it's likely to play, but I'm kind of assuming this one's gone.
Sack number 2 on Abrams, but here there's a flood watch between 2 p.m. and 11 p.m. And yeah, a flood watch alert here. The thunderstorms. This is not going here, but we'll just do a little bit of due diligence. It's plus 14% overall, plus 16% homers, plus 4% doubles and triples, a plus 10% singles. Swish has this, the precipitation gets ridiculous. It's like 93% during the game. There's just no chance this game goes. We can touch very quickly on the situation just to help us for tomorrow. But Flaherty, 5-9, 4.80 ERA, 1.23 WHIP. He hasn't looked very good of late. He's coming off a quality start. Well, no, he had 4 walks. Coming off a decent start, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 homer, 7 Ks and 4 walks, and 3-0 loss at home versus the A's. On the road this year, he's got hit hard. 7 starts, 35 innings. And 7 starts, 37 hits, 24 earned runs, 6 home runs, 272 opponents batting average. Lefties are hitting him very hard. Very hard. Taking a look at the lineup, there we go. Taking a look at the lineup here again. This is all in red. Unlikely to go. Or have is this already been canceled? Sorry, no, it's not already been canceled. But the lefties that Flaherty will be facing, of course, Abrams, Wood, Garcia, Lowe. This is the worst lineup for him. All their best bats are lefties. If this game goes tomorrow, the lefties have a ton of power against them. We'll talk a little more about it. Jerry Davis's Flaherty zigzag is a thing. Trevor Williams, 3.9, 5.65 ERA, 1.47 WHIP. His last start, he allowed 4 earned runs over 5 innings and a 4-3 loss at the Padres. He's had 9 home starts. He's given up 29 earned runs. Opponents hitting 292 against him, and he gets destroyed by lefties. 373, 992 OPS. So Colt Keith, Riley Green, Perez, the switch, McKinstry, and Meadows would look to have huge days. The Tigers versus righties last 30 days, 260, 782. Now, the Nats aren't hitting righties that hard, 239, 666. Tigers bullpen has struggled, 4.44 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, and the Nats bullpen struggled all year, not just last 30 days, but last 30 days, 5.42 ERA, 1.44 WHIP. Peter, anything you want to add to Tigers? Sorry, Jose, we'll do with you first. Anything you want to add to Tigers Washington game that we don't think goes?
I lean Nationals, but no, that's it.
And Peter, anything here?
Yeah, it's a shame because I probably would have had 3 or 4 bets on this one, but I guess nothing for now. Yeah.
Does not look like it's going to go. Let's roll on to 7:05 p.m. Eastern. Athletics Rays here. Athletics 35-52, but just 5 games under 500 on the road. The Rays 47-38, and just 3 games over 500 at home. They've been delivering on the road. We're at George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. Let's take a look at the weather here. And by the way, Switch thinks this is the only that Detroit Washington's the only rain out game, which is surprising, but that's the only thing that they have at the top. Here we have possible light rain throughout. It opens with 8 miles per hour out to left field. After an hour, there's 6.5 miles per hour at left field. Then it becomes right to left, and by 11 p.m. tonight, it's in, but it takes a while to get there.
Jimmy, I hate to interrupt you, but shout out to Sweaty Butcher's kid. 6 innings, 10 Ks, 1 walk, 1 earned run on 79 pitches.
Jesus. That's phenomenal. I missed that. They said they won. What a performance.
We'll take that. Take that, Sweaty Butcher. Shout out to you.
Now, that is his pitcher. Wouldn't he say that's my son's stat line?
No. Ice cold. Ice in your veins when you're talking about stats like that. Objective analytics.
I figured it was his kid, but I'll take it either way. Congratulations.
I imagine if your son did that, he would say, you
got
to check out my son's stat line. There we go. Yeah, which is not my kid. All right.
Oh, we'll take it. That's a good start. That's good coaching. As someone with no kids, I wouldn't know what that's like to say my kid.
Shout out to MMA Locker Room in the house. The squad crushed UFC 317. Of course, they've been rolling so hot. Let's roll here. We have Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. We talked about the wind opening up, blowing out, and then right to left. Ballpark Pal has Steinbrenner Field plus 9%, plus 23% home runs, minus 1% doubles and triples, plus 1% singles. Jeffrey Springs coming off an 8-0 loss at the Tigers. He went 5 innings, allowed 3 earned runs. He's been okay on the road. 228 opponents batting average, allowed 6 home runs in 10 starts, basically 9 starts, but one game he came in, it was a continued ball game. Lefties hitting 268, 736, righties 219, 694. Shane Boz, we have the Wizard of Boz on the hill after a phenomenal start. 4-0 win at the Royals. At home, he has struggled, but he's been in tough conditions. I wonder if he's going to get better and better with these conditions. Redbeard on the Rays, first 5 minus a half. Lefties 229, 681 OPS. Righties 238, 741 OPS. And Rays are hitting lefties hard, very hard. 296, 771 OPS, while the A's versus righties 244, 718. Both bullpens have been struggling. Let's take a look at the line history and hand it over to Jose Bouquet here. Springs, Boz. This line is minus 156 for the Rays. Open up minus 162. Very slight move towards the Athletics. From a total standpoint here, we have 8.5. minus 119 to the over. It opened minus 115 to the over, and this went up to 9 for a cup of coffee. Wasn't the most legitimate 9. And then we have to use the Action Network because the other site that we've been using is down. So Action Network is telling us here that 93% of the tickets, 92% of cash on the over, 83% of the tickets and 90% of cash on the Tampa Bay Rays. Jerry Davis. Jerry Davis says, oh, shoot, I just lost the... Got to refresh this. I just lost all the... But I believe he says that the Ron Crawford spreadsheet play of the day is in, and it is the Rays on the minus 1 line, which is interesting because I think we're going to get back to spreadsheet dogs. Spreadsheet dogs are going to come back here for our guy Ron Crawford, and I was wondering if that would start today. But spreadsheet play today, minus 1 on the Rays. Jerry Davis says he is in. So shout out to our guy, Mr. Ron Crawford. Rays minus 1 is the spreadsheet play today. Ron Crawford! Rays minus 1 here for Ron Crawford. Rays minus 1 here for Morgan Spooner. And no Lau in the lineup for lefties for the Rays. So here we go. Mr. Bouquet, Athletics Rays, George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida.
It's going to be a pass game for me. I leaned under, though, with these pitchers. I do kind of like both, but you just mentioned and outlined the Springs being just okay on the road. Troy saying the Rays are due for massive regression. I could see that why you think that. I can't wait to evade the Rays in the playoffs. I mean, I feel like I see this every year. The Rays play well in the regular season and get smashed in the playoffs, but whatever. I stayed off this game, though. It's difficult. Jimmy, should I be happy with Tanner? I'm going to say that's Jano, but I'm going to say it Janot for my sake. Tanner
Jano has been very disappointing the last year. I mean, he's a tough guy. If this was a year ago, I'd be like, oh, that's a great pick. If this was 2 years ago, it'd be a great pickup, but he's really failed to menace the last little while, and he was nowhere to be found for the Kings this past year. So I don't know. He's got a lot to prove. That's a lot of term. I expect Tanner Jano to be bought out of that contract in year 4.
Great. I can't wait for that. I want to call him Bob Sweeney or Ryan Sweeney, but that Sweeney that runs the Bruins is not good. But no action for me.
Dawn.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan Sweeney. Good baseball player.
All right. Mr. Loshak, Athletics Rays.
Might get burned by this, but I did take a shot with Boz under 6.5 strikeouts at minus 158. It's coming off a great start, of course, but not the longest rest. And as you said, struggles at home have been, that's probably somewhat due to variance, but and also it's possible that there could be late rain in this one as well. So it's possible he'd go 4 or 5 or in the middle of the 6th, and the rain comes and they continue it, but they lift him. So I'll take a shot with it. Boz under 6.5 strikeouts, minus 158, and Springs. I'm still trying to get a read on Springs. I'm thinking about it, kind of like Tampa Bay here in general. Want to maybe think about some batter props, but haven't really figured out which ones might have some good value as of right now. So can't really give any.
So this is under 6.5 Ks.
Yeah,
Under 6.5 Ks. What was the juice?
158.
It's 158 for
You love that juice.
here.
Mm-hmm.
We got Robert Cherry in the house. Hope your mom is still on the mend. Robert Cherry, my man. I love the Cherry family. Thinking about you guys. I guess there's no action for me. The market is indicating that Boz struggles at home will rear its ugly head here again, to some extent at least. I mean, but I don't, with the way the Rays are hitting lefties and Rodswag says Boz starts. The Rays are 7-0 straight up, 7-0 covering the run line in those 7 starts here. What 7 starts, my man? Oh, after losing by 2 runs? He's had 9 starts at home this year. Could you let us know what start? It must be when they're coming back after losing by 2. Yeah, I find this. I think that I'm sort of with AM the way he's reading the market. I think this would be one-way traffic towards the Athletics, and I don't know if I have the balls to do it. But what I will do is, and I don't really want to fade ball. I'm a Boz backer. If the market doesn't align with it, I'm just going to let it go.
Which way you say the market's going, Jim?
The market is indicating here that the Athletics are live. The money line for the Rays minus 156 opened up minus 162, but this was down to minus 150 at 7:45 this morning. At that point, there'd been a 12-cent move away from them. Now there's just 6 cents of movement. Regardless, everybody's been watching them win. Obviously, they didn't take care of business last night. Here, if we are to believe Action Network, they have 83% of tickets and 90% of cash on the Rays, and the lines moved 6 cents away from them. It's just not. This is not appealing to me. Billy Friedrich says Rays are 8-1 straight up in Buz's last 9 starts, 12-4 straight up overall in the starts this season. 12-4 overall in his starts this season. Okay, I feel you. Oh, because I was talking about the home 9 starts. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to let this one go. I'm gonna let this one go. And at this point, Loshak's on Buzz under 6.5 Ks, and Jose, you're off.
Yep.
Jose, let's talk about your Boston Red Sox. Fenway Park in Boston. We have the Reds 44-41, 20-22 on the road. Brady Singer versus old Dickie Fitz. Let's take a look at the weather here for this one. Excuse me. Here we go. According to Swish, we have possible drizzle, light rain, and possible drizzle throughout this entire game. 85 Fahrenheit feels like 88. 9.8 miles per hour out to right center. It dies down to 7.2 miles per hour. Robert Franklin on the Reds money line here. And TJ says, I wish I had odds numbers here because I think they're projecting the A's to have a shot, which puts me on the over. I think that's legitimate. Boss 707, by the way, says A's all the way. Everyone on Tampa Bay line barely moved. I agree. And Troy Torrance says, what's the opposite of a skull and crossbones? A rocket ship. Rocket ship. So Brady Singer versus old Dickie Fitz. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal here. We have Fenway Park, the most offensive park in baseball today.
But I'm also seeing like rain and possible, game being suspended or canceled or postponed or whatever,
Yes, it's a problem. It's supposed to be raining all game.
Yeah.
So plus 17% homers, plus 34% doubles and triples, plus 12% singles. Let's get into the line history. Are we sure this game will even go? I don't know if we are. This line here has the Boston Red Sox opening up minus 110. Now they're minus 113. And this total here is at 10. And it's at 10 at a pick'em. Which means it's only moved 7 cents from the opening line here offshore. This line came out at 5:40 p.m. yesterday. AOD in the house. What up, AOD? Brady Singer, 7-6, 4.31 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, 76 strikeouts and 36 walks over 85 2/3. He's allowed 10 home runs, but only 3 of them have come on the road, where he's pitched pretty well. 280. Well, he gets hit, but not barreled. 8 starts, 43 1/3, 49 hits. His last start was at home. He allowed 4 earned runs over 5 innings against the Yankees. Lefties are hitting 245, 759 against him. Righties is 241, 685. I think he fits coming off 5-2 loss at the Angels. He's had 2 starts at home. He's gone 7 innings, allowed 8 earned runs. But they keep throwing him out there. Righties hitting 266 with a 914 OPS, which then makes us want to look at these righties in the lineup. Toro hit from the right side. Narvaez batting cleanup. Trevor Story and Rafaela. It's a pretty weak group of right-handed bats. Red Sox have a bullpen advantage, but it's slight. Jose Bouquet, Singer, Fitz, Reds, Red Sox.
I don't think this game goes, so I'm staying off, but I agree with you guys on the over. I'd probably lean over with you guys. I saw Troy obviously on it. Justin's on it. 2 cappers I'd ride with any day. So it'd be over or nothing here for me, but I just don't think this game goes. So a doubleheader on, I was going to say Sunday, but a doubleheader tomorrow probably, but I stay off.
Yeah, no, Troy, I get it. It's one-way traffic to the over. I get it, but the rain is an issue. Peter Loshak, take it away.
I mean, I saw models that said the storms will be gone pregame, but then come in like around 10 o'clock or so. So this might be one of those like 7-inning shortened games or something like that. And then you get, book rules about all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I definitely would be interested in Fitz over 2.5 earned runs. No brainer there. Running the first, yes.
Oh, this is they have full heavy rain at 10 p.m. Let's just go through the hourly forecast here. Do some AccuWeather here. A marginal risk of severe weather today. So showers at 4, 5, 6, and you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. They go away. And then the storm comes back around a little after 9, and we have full rain at 10.
So what are they doing? Are they like, well, we know it's going to rain at 9, so let's cancel it? Or do they just play it and then be like, all right, it's going to be a 7-inning game or a 6-inning game or whatever?
That'd be interesting. I can't. With a shitty pitcher, I think they would want to play it. My personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Red Sox will be the ones making this call with the grounds crew, obviously, because they're at home. So with the pitcher that they could easily start would be my guess. But I know the Red Sox value their starting pitchers and they need them to go 6. So, I'd probably say they try to play it today rather than go to a doubleheader.
Wait, with a shitty pitcher, you think they play it? But wouldn't they? But then the shitty pitcher's in, gives up all the runs, and then they don't have a chance to come back. My
thing would be if they had to start, then they would be okay with taking him out rather than that. Ooh, but I'm the one that said I think this game doesn't go as well.
Well, I'll take running the first. Yes. I already bet that.
That's a good bet. I mean, that's a bet where you can get in and get out and not have to worry about the rain.
What was the juice on the year fee?
It was, I got like, I think I got 115. Let me see. Where is it? Sorry. I'm looking around here. I got 125.
Minus 125, I assume?
Yeah. Yes.
Huh. Well, I'd be curious to see the price difference here for a full game and first 5 for the Reds. I mean, I would expect at least a 10-cent price difference at 365 minimum. Reds are plus 100 full game, and then first 5 they're minus 115, 15-cent difference.
Now I found 119. Sorry, go ahead.
Pete, I'll join you. Your fee, minus 120 for me.
I got 119 here.
All right. We have Jose on the your fee minus 118, did you say?
Yeah.
119.
I got minus 120.
Oh, now I see 113. Damn.
Hey, Pito rich man now.
I think it's the Reds' first 5. There's nothing wrong with picking up Corey Perry, Ricky. I think it's a great signing. I mean, you're not going to pay him much, and I think it's a good pickup. And Jano did nothing for you guys, and I'm a little. Kuzmenko is going to go back to the KHL at some point. Maybe he likes being in LA. Reds' first 5, I would like to be on. All right, let's roll on to our next spot on the board. But we have both Jose and Peter Loshak on the Yerfie in Red Sox. Next up, Milwaukee Brewers at New York Mets. We're at Citi Field in Queens, New York. Brewers 10 games over 500 now, but just 20-20 on the road. Yankees 48-37, 29-12 at home. We're at Citi Field in Queens, New York. Let's go to the weather here in Queens. We have light rain and then full rain. Here's another game that won't go. But it does slow down late.
Yeah, see, if it'll definitely be delayed. But will they start it at like 9 or 10?
Possible. So let's do our due diligence here. And let's roll Mr. McKelvey on the over 8 here. In this one, over 8 in his pocket. Jason Meyer says, do first inning bets pay out when it rains or no action? It doesn't have to go 5, right? Does it, Peter?
Mine usually get cashed right after the first inning. Even by the second, even if it's not expected to be, they get cashed.
Yeah. No, that's as far as I know. Yeah. That's how it works. Brewers, I don't bet them. I've had bet 1 all year. We have the Brewers Mets here. Let's look at Ballpark Pal for this one. We have Citi Field minus 5%, plus 10% homers, minus 15% doubles and triples, and minus 11% singles. So, yeah, my answer is as long as the first inning.
Usually, the way those bets work is like if the result is no longer in doubt, then they cash it. So if it's like a 3-inning game that isn't official, but the first inning is already decided, then those usually stand.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the line history here for Brewers Mets. We have the Mets minus 123. They opened up minus 127, so a very slight move towards the Brewers. Let's take a look at the total here. From a total perspective, we have this as an 8 at a pick'em. This opened up at 8, went up to 8.5. It was at 8.5 for a while. Even though it went up to 8.5 for a while, this still has had 7 cents of movement overall to the under. 7 cents of movement overall to the under. And Topset says, laying on the balcony, looking at the ocean, pool, palm trees. What a life we live.
I'm sitting in fucking Williamsburg looking at dog poop. Annoying crackheads.
Annoying?
No, you're right. They're not annoying. Who am I to call someone annoying? You're absolutely.
What are you talking about? You guys just elected a socialist, commie, mayor oil candidate. Your guys are fine. Everything's gonna be great over there, Pete. Right?
And I could walk 2 blocks to get the best pizza in the world. Could you do that?
Bet he can.
But I would trade it for a
You know what Topset can do? He'll walk down and go see a pack of Cubans all playing cards. Bet you don't have that.
Oh man. I could find that, but yeah, I'd have to do some digging. Yeah, he's living the life.
Shout out to you, Topset.
Yeah, I saw that. Ricky, 4.3. That guy's got character problems. 47% of the tickets, 55% of the cash here on the Milwaukee Brewers. Very slight move towards them. And Freddie Peralta, 8-4, 2.90 ERA, 1.13 WHIP. He's been great this year, but he's been pretty mediocre the last couple starts. 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 Ks, no walks. I remember being a little harsh. He's just not going deep in the games. 8 Ks and 5 innings is impressive. On the road this year, he's had 9 starts, 47 innings, 37 hits, 21 earned runs. He's allowed 9 home runs on the road, just 3 at home. Splits are fine. Going up against Clay Holmes, 2.97 ERA, 1.24 WHIP. His last start, he allowed 1 earned run over 5 innings and 7-3 win at home over the Braves. And he's only allowed 13 home runs in 8 home starts. He's been very good, very strong splits. Again, the issue here is Mets bullpen's being trashed. 5.47 ERA, 1.55 WHIP over the last 30 days. Brewers bullpen's been very good. The Mets are raking again, 251, 794 OPS last 30 days versus righties, while the Brewers just 257, 17. So then the issue is the weather. Jose Bouquet, take it away, Brewers, Mets.
Yeah, I like both of these pitchers, but Justin taking that over is very interesting. The guy, Clay Holmes, is on my list to begin the year, and it's nice to see that he's been pitching, pretty well. It is kind of scary to try to take the Mets, though, with how they've been playing recently. Juan Soto finally figures his shit out, and then the rest of the team, doesn't. Obviously, I'm a little more gun shy to move without markets as well. What'd you say the Action Network money line size were?
Yes, the Action Network has 50-50 pretty much. 47% of the tickets, 55% of the cash on the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, it's tough. I'd lean, honestly, Mets, but, it's a stay-off game, honestly.
I would have interest in the first three over 2.5. I've not bet them at all this year, but I would be very curious to see what that is here and interested in moving it. Peter, anything for you in this one?
I mean, it's just the weather just makes me. I guess I'd be thinking like if it starts at 9 or 10, I'll probably be leaning hard at like maybe an under or first 5 under. Because both of these starters I think should be all right. But yeah, that's what I'd be leaning.
Yeah, maybe it should be a first 5 over instead.
Under is what I'd be leaning. But
Okay.
no, it's a pass for me.
All right, I'm interested in the first 5 over in this one. See if I get there. Beavis on Milwaukee money line. I don't know if I get there. And Jose, you're off of this one.
Yes, yeah, I'm off.
All right, let's roll on to Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the All-Star game. Home of the All-Star game this year. Also, the Home Run Derby. We have Dabby Cab hosting the Home Run Derby here live stream on Monday evening. That is, I think it's Monday the 14th. I believe.
And
Monday.
just a reminder, I am king of the Home Run Derby. I am king of the Home Run Derby. If you want the winner of the Home Run Derby, you know where to find him. It'd be me.
Okay. All right.
Also, not to rain on this party, but is this game going? Because I have this one as like probably not.
Ugh, this is not being fun. This game could very well go, but it wouldn't go before 9:30 or so.
Yeah.
Heavy rain at 8 p.m. Oh, gonna be a lot of double dips tomorrow. 7.2 mile per hour wind at first, right to left, and 81 feels like 86. Then the heavy rain comes in. This is pretty trash. Tyler Anderson going up against Didier Fuentes, but we do not think this game will go. So Ballpark Pal has this at even, plus 4% homers, minus 4% doubles and triples, and even singles. So let's go through the line history and just do a quick roll through, but this game is unlikely to go. The Braves are minus 189. They open up minus 155. Tyler Anderson's trash on the road, and books covering their backs here. 34-cent move towards him. This totals a 9.5, juice to the under. Open up. So there's been 6 cents of movement towards the under, but staying at this 9.5. Tyler Anderson coming off a 3-2 extra inning win at home over the Red Sox. He pitched quite well. Got us paid. We cashed the first 3 under, and then we cashed the Angels full game. It was a great day. Thanks to Tyler Anderson. But on the road, he's been bad. He's allowed 49 hits and 41 2/3. 8 starts. He allowed 29 earned runs, 10 home runs. 10 home runs he's allowed on the road, just 5 at home. And lefties, I know it's the reverse splits, but over 1,000 OPS against them. Oh, and TJ says they opened up with a different pitcher. Is it not? Oh, different pitcher. Now it's Fuentes. Is that right?
No, it's Holmes, right? I think it's Holmes.
Jesus. Okay, let me just.
Fuentes out of here.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, there we go. So I guess. Wow. Okay, so that tells that story. All right. So Action Jack says first 3 under, and Scott saying it's Holmes. Thank you, Scott. Great to see you, man. So I have Fuentes stats up here, so we'll have to grab. We'll get Jose to grab Holmes here. TJ says when Holmes came in, the line jumped. Angels versus righties, 231, 729 OPS last 30 days. Braves aren't hitting lefties at all, 236, 688. Both bullpens are pitching very well. But how does this game go? I do not know here. Jose Bouquet, take it away, Angels, Braves, and give us a Holmes breakdown.
Yeah, I again just don't think this game's going to go here. Holmes, though, has pitched pretty well. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 2/3 shut against the Marlins. 6 1/3, 3 earned runs, or 3 runs, 2 of them earned. 15 strikeouts against the Colorado Rockies. Good Lord, Colorado Rockies. I mean, he's fine. He's a pitcher that I generally trust. Home road splits here. Let me give you guys that real quick here. Home 308, road 446, so it's not too much of an issue. And lefty righty is about the same here. So it'll probably be a stay off game. Well, it's definitely a stay off game for me. I do like Grant Holmes pitching, though. So no action for me, expecting this game not to go again. Pete, by the way, the people are asking, by the people, I mean Nasty Nate. He says, September 18th is approaching fast. Get your meds ordered, get your plants watered, and have someone on retainer. I could watch your stuff, Pete, if you'd like. I'll stay over at your crib for a weekend.
Yeah. Well, and, I need prune juice and Courvoisier, easy to get, but I can't get any lean. So how am I going to make my drink?
That's true.
Do they make lean anymore?
And how are you going to get to Atlantic City with no lean? Couldn't be.
I guess I could replace it with, I don't know, some crushed up codeine. I don't know. Some pills. I don't know.
I think you can do it, Pete, if you put your mind to it.
Where do you get lean?
I have some of those buddies you have, shaking outside.
Oh, that's a good point. They're doing that little lean.
That's my plug. The crackheads on the street. Come on.
Your zombie homies down the street.
Nasty Nate says Big Ragu will have plenty. So there's always that.
It was great to see Ragu back in business with us on our big horse racing stream. Man.
Have you talked about that since it happened? Have you sucked your own dick for that?
What's that?
You deserve it. For your domination in the horses.
It was a good day. It's a good day from start
this
to finish.
guy fucking Pete, he was dominating on Saturday in the horses, just winners out of his ass. Could not find a winner at Woodbine.
I was going over the results. Yeah, I catched the first 5 races at Woodbine. I didn't realize I don't think I've ever done that.
And then my guy, the dodgeball coach, who I can't remember the fucking name of.
Patches O'Houlihan,
fucking dominator.
Dabby Cab. Shout out to Dabby Cab. Check this out, Dabby.
Nice job. Jake Burns, it's not Didier. Didier is not the starter. It's Holmes. Let's move past this game. It doesn't look like it will go. Let's talk about a game that will go. Orioles Rangers. We have the DeGrom Brandon Young meeting rematch here. And I was fortunate to catch the full game under in that one because Brandon Young did get touched for 4 runs over 4 innings in a 7-0 loss. His first 2 starts came April 19th and 26th. Coming back June 25th, he did not look very good. He's not look good through 3 starts. So lefties are hitting 296 with a 991 OPS against them. They're smashing them. So are righties, 348, 942. DeGrom coming off a spectacular start in a 7-0 win at the Orioles. He's made 9 starts at home. He's only allowed 11 earned runs. It looks like he's just feeling it right now. But do you want to back him after completely shutting down an opponent and then facing them again? That's the question. Orioles are hitting righties hard right now, 248, 775 OPS. Rangers versus righties is 232, 698 OPS, and both bullpens have been phenomenally good. So do we expect him to deliver once again? And if so, then would we be looking at an under again with these 2 squads? But this total opened up at 7. It's now 7.5. It's not the most legit 7.5 plus 103 to the over, minus 116 to the under, but it has moved from 7 to 7.5. And then on the money line here, we have the Texas Rangers minus 180. They opened up minus 172. There was a move towards them, a big one. It started at about 8:30 this morning. There was almost a 29-cent move. And then since then, there was they go from minus 172 to minus 201. So a huge move this morning. And then at 9:24, it goes from minus 204 back to minus 177. So I always get uncomfortable when the starter is seeing a, going back to see them again. We dealt with this yesterday in the same matchup with the Orioles Rangers. So let's hear what the squad has to say about the spot. Quick look at the cash flow for the Rangers. Orioles, we have 81% of tickets, 89% of cash on the Rangers, 96% tickets, 96% cash on the over. Here we go. Jose Bouquet, Orioles, Rangers, Young, DeGrom at Global Life Field in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, this is this is another test of the zigzag theory, huh? And shout out to Dabby Cab. I know you're watching. I hope you're still watching because this is also a first 5 over for me. A first 5 over 3.5 minus 125. Yes, I expect this game to go full game under, but first 5 is going to go over here. 3.5 runs is not that many, as we all know. And Cab always says it's too low for any pitchers here. Young has given up 4 earned runs, 3 earned runs in all of his starts. I'm expecting to have a better start here against the Rangers, but DeGrom gives up 2, Brandon Young gives up 2, we cash. And I kind of expect that to happen here. I think DeGrom, I'm going to hope that DeGrom is not fully locked in, ready to go here, and the Orioles can learn from their mistakes and all that good stuff. But I'm going to just test the zigzag theory and go first 5 over 3.5 minus 125.
Jose on the first 5 over 3.5 and minus 125. Petro Loshak, Orioles, Rangers.
Well, a lot of these rules in general that are legit and true are not in play or often reversed when you're dealing with elite teams or elite players. And so, the idea that DeGrom just had a lights out start against these guys, now he's facing them again, so you'd fade him, is not really something that I'd want to bet into here. I did take a shot with Texas first 5 already. DeGrom is just rolling.
He's rolling.
He's not running up high pitch counts. He's not a friggin' 24-year-old guy who doesn't know how to deal with major league success. He's just out there doing it, game in, game out. Yeah, I could see him giving up 2 runs here, and in that case, Texas is going to have to find a way to get 2 off of the other guy. They should be able to. But yeah, I'm not a believer in fading DeGrom here just because he had a near no hitter last time last start against these guys. So I'm not going to make it official. I might make 1 or 2 Texas batter props official because I'm not sure that this friggin' guy Brandon Young is ready for prime time here. In the minors he had some okay results, but wasn't blowing away AAA hitters by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, I did bet Texas first 5, and the more I'm talking about it, the more I want to pull the trigger on it again. But maybe
what odds are you getting on that, Pete?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Whatever odds you want, that's what you can write down on your little piece of paper.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Huh?
Where is this?
All right, let's roll.
What do you think of that video?
Oh yeah, get that in you, man.
Yeah, tell him, Pete.
Get that in you.
That bottle might be done by the end of the show. It's getting low.
Let's roll. 8:05 p.m. Eastern. We have Guardians Cubs. Now we have heard many of our cappers on these Chicago Cubs. Spooner on the Cubs -1. We have TJ on the Cubs -1. We have Wine Time saying he was going to move on the Cubs -1. Mr. Belvedere on the Cubs -1. BJ has moved on both Yankees and the Cubs money line. So let's roll here for this one. Very interesting spot here with the Guardians' inability to hit lefties. Last 30 days, 196, 521 OPS. While the Cubs are hitting righties hard, 254, 783 OPS. We have Gavin Williams on the hill here, a pitcher I'm high on. 5-3, 3.68 ERA, 1.43 WHIP. He on the road this year is being okay. Allowed 6 home runs on the road, 5 at home. On the road, 40 hits over 46 innings, 19 earned runs over those 9 starts, 234 opponent's batting average. And righties hit him hard, much harder than lefties. Lefties 158, 593. Righties 294 with an 814 OPS. So Happ will hit from the right side. Tucker is a lefty. Suzuki, the righty, PCA lefty. So Swanson, Carson Kelly, Nick Horner, and Matt Shaw are the righties that are expected, that we're all expecting to get touched here, or touch Gavin. Matthew Boyd, on the other hand, 7-3, 2.65 ERA, 1.10 WHIP. He's coming off a beautiful start, 8-0 victory at the Cardinals. He went up against Palante in that one, completely shut the Cardinals down. 6-3 hits, 3 Ks, no walks. In 7 home starts, he's allowed just 11 earned runs, 41 strikeouts, and just 5 walks. Splits look great. Again, we talked about the inability of the Guardians to hit lefties, and the Cubs bullpen has been very good. 2.44 ERA, 1.13 WHIP last 30 days, while the Guardians bullpen 4.14 ERA, 1.55 WHIP. Let's talk about the weather here in Chicago. 80 Fahrenheit, feels like 83, 4.5 miles per hour in. After a couple hours, it's right to left, but it dies down to 2.7 miles per hour. 80 Fahrenheit, feels like 83. And we take a look at Ballpark Pal here for Wrigley. It's minus 10% overall, minus 16% home runs, minus 1% doubles and triples, and minus 4% singles. BJ says Cubs is his favorite bet on the board. He might bet it again.
I hate to interrupt, Jimmy, but the market has crashed on the Twins again. It was minus 150-ish when we were looking at it. I've just been refreshing my odds site. I watched it go to minus 147, minus 140. Now it's down to minus 137 Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, that's not good. So overall, there's been a 2-cent move still, but 2-cent move towards the Twins, but certainly takes some of the shine off of the spot with 67 or sorry, with 64% of tickets, 62% of cash. Huh. And Troy's on Marlins money line.
Yeah, I was about to say my parlay was originally going to be, and shout out to BJ, I was going to put the Cubs in this one, the big line movement with the Twins, but now it feels like it should be Twins Marlins with that fucking line movement. That's nuts.
There's no concern. Well, I don't know why there'd be any concern here. I mean, I think the concern is if the line actually moves to the Marlins. This opened up at plus 122. They're now plus 127. They're on a 7-game winning streak. Obviously, people are going to if this, I'd be very curious to see what the numbers are and all this, but I have no concern here. This is an angle that just works year after year after year, and it's negative ROI right now. Again, I don't want to have these discussions like did it or not, did it. I mean, all I'm telling you is that at 5:36 p.m. at Pinnacle, this line opened up at minus 135. Like I'm not pulling these numbers out of thin air.
Yeah.
It moved to minus 137 at 8:15. It was back at minus 135 at 12:49 a.m. I don't make up these numbers. I don't just say I'm guessing it started around here. So maybe going to say it didn't open up at your book or something like that. I'm staring at the minus 135 here that it opened at. We could take a look at a different book if that's what you're saying. You're saying, hey, my book didn't open up at 135. Can you use a different book? So I would go to the bookmaker. Bookmaker opened this at minus 135 at 2:35 p.m. I mean, how many books do you want me to look at, Coin? Bet Online opened this up at minus 135.
It's crazy, and they still have minus 150 too. Slow as fuck on this move. It's just fascinating that move is happening right now.
But let's go back to the Cubbies spot here. We haven't done the money line analysis, so let's just do that here for the Cubbies. We're sitting here right now with the Cubbies at minus 174. They opened up minus 163, so 12 cents of movement towards the Chicago Cubs. And when we get to the total here for this one, we have an 8, minus 108 to the under. This opened up at 7.5 at 10:32 p.m. At 10:33 was an 8. And since then, though, it's not been a huge move towards the over. And when we get to the cash flow here, sorry, what up, Markel? We get to the cash flow here for the Cubby spot. Again, this is the Action Network, which would be taken with a grain of salt. We don't have the other books up right now. 88% of the tickets and 95% of the cash on the Cubs. 97% of tickets, 93% cash on the over. Take it away for us here. Oh, we're always good, Coin. Always good, my man. Take it away, Jose, Guardians, Cubbies.
Yeah, it's a Cubs spot, and sorry, I hate to make you repeat yourself again, Jimmy. What was the money line again? The market
it's moved. It's not moved. It's moved, what, 13 cents moved? Sorry, that's the total. The total moved from 7.5 to 8 right away. But, with 95% of the cash, is this a big enough market move for you? I don't know, minus 163 to minus 175, 12 cents of movement.
And you said there's 95% of the bets and money on it?
95% of the cash and 88% of the tickets.
I mean, it's I think the Cubs end up rolling this game. Again, they're still the other half of my parlay here. I'm not going to use the Twins. We'll see what happens. There's maybe one other side that I like as a parlay, but we'll see. But I lean Cubs for sure.
Yeah, I get it. Peter Loshak, take it away.
Well, I'm still looking at this Texas game to decide what I want to do. I will definitely add Texas. First 5 innings, minus 195 official. And I'm looking at a bunch of props. I don't know which one I want to take, but there are a bunch of them that all have a decent value. This one here, it's a tough one. No bet for me. Slight lean to Boyd over 17.5 outs, but I don't want to take that. Boyd has obviously been good, but I would expect a little bit of regression from him moving forward. And, Cleveland's, bats are not going to push him. And then Gavin Williams, not great, but not bad. So just nothing that I got right now. No bets on this one for me. Why? What are you guys all thinking about and liking?
I don't know. It's just not quite enough, man. 95% of the cash moves 12 cents. I mean, I get it. I'm not trying to find a way to get on the Guardians. I don't know if should I be as bullish as you guys? I don't know. I'm gonna let this one sit around. So Jose, nothing for you? Oh, Jose's not here. Okay, Peter, let's roll. 8:40 p.m. Eastern. The Houston Astros 50-30, 4-18-20 on the road at the Colorado Rockies 19-65, 8-32 at home. We're at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. Let's take a look at the weather here in Denver, Colorado. 89 Fahrenheit, but it feels like 83. 8 miles per hour to right field. It kind of moves. After an hour, it's left to right, but then after 2 hours, it's back to out to right center again. Ballpark Palace is the second most offensive ballpark today, plus 25% overall, plus 19% homers, plus 25% doubles and triples, and plus 12% singles. We have Troy Torrance on the Rockies money line. Jason Meyer, the Eldorado custodian, also leaning towards the Rockies. Spooner saying Pena is out for the Astros. So Colton Gordon going up against Chase Dollander. And I took a good look at what Dollander has done at home because I believe he's, better than his numbers indicate, but he's been hit hard. And 25 earned runs in 26 in the third at home over 6 starts, 8 home runs, allowed 306 opponents batting average. And Colton Gordon is a lefty that I like, coming off a really nice start, 2-0 home win over the Phillies. On the road, he started 3 games, 19 hits, 6 earned runs. But this is his 302 opponents batting average, even though he's only allowed 6 earned runs, struck out 16, walked 1. But this is his first time at Coors Field. Not entirely sure how he will handle it. Righties have hit him hard. He's a lefty, but 290, 843 OPS. So that's the situation that we have here. Astros versus righties last 30 days, 253, 707 OPS. The Rockies are hitting lefties last 30 days harder than the Astros are hitting righties. But the Astros bullpen, 2.66 ERA, 0.93 whip has been very, very good. Rockies bullpen, 5.37 ERA, 1.39 whip. Let's get into the line history here for this one. And the Guardians, well, look at the Astros. The Astros just minus 146. Open up minus 1, now minus 147. Open up minus 166. So we've had a real move towards the Colorado Rockies, a real legit move towards the Colorado Rockies. And then on the total here, we have Here we go. We have a total of 11 minus 110 to the over. This opened up at 11 and a half. It took a few hours to get to 11. It got back up to 11 and a half a couple times. Right now, we've had a legit move towards the under here. Robert Franklin on the Rockies money line. And Jerry Davis's first 3 under is supposedly 100% in this spot last 6 home series. Very, very, very interesting. Cash flow wise, before we hand this over to Jose, we have 92% of the tickets, 94% of cash on the Astros in this move towards the Rockies, 72% of tickets, and 68% cash on the under. Take it away for us here, Jose. Colton Gordon's first foray in Coors Field. The market expecting him to not handle it very well, and for Dollander to be the one to back. Take it away.
Yeah, I think that the Rockies are the spot here as well. I think this, again, I'd feel a lot better if I could see, Wager Talks market in this game. Jimmy, I'm sorry to ask again. There's more bets and money on the on the Astros in this, correct?
92% of the tickets and 94% of the cash.
Yeah, so this feels like an easy Rocky spot. It opens up at, I'll double check here right now, minus 175 where we used to play poker at, minus 166 at Penny, now down to minus 147. It just seems, too easy. When I first were making the graphics for the show, I was surprised to see the Astros at minus 155. I thought that was cheap, and I was like, that's a red flag for something's up in this game. So I'm glad we got to the bottom of it. Chase Dollander and the Rockies for me, full game money line.
Rockies full game for Jose, and Rockies for top set and Robert Franklin. Jake Myers over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs is the taint play of the day from Matty Ice. Says this is he normally doesn't do 2.5s, but this is a 2.5 for a reason. A shout out to our guy Matty Ice. I would still want to focus on the Rockies' first 3 or first 5 here rather than the full game, but I can understand it. What did you get on the full game, Jose?
I'm betting it right now as we speak. 136 is what I got.
Plus 136. It's a big difference between Rockies' first 5 and full game. These are the spots that do help here, but I am thinking of even the first 3.
This would be a spot I'm not opposed to doubling up on either, for me personally.
Yeah, I mean, I like the early part of the game. I like Dollander handling these conditions better than Colton Gordon. Let's hear from you, Peter. Take it away.
Well, first of all, in the Texas game, I am going to add Josh Smith. Hits, runs, RBIs, minus 130, 1.5 as well. And this one, it's a little bit, the earned run prop for Dollander was, when I first saw it, it was juiced over, but it was just 2.5, which I was scratching my head. Why so relatively modest? I know there's a lot of offensive injuries for Houston. Guys are out. I don't know. I might have bets on this by the time the game starts, but as of right now, I guess I'm going to have to pass.
And TJ saying Colorado's 2-22 versus lefties. No thanks. I'd rather pass than donate. Take first 3 under or under 11.5 only, says TJ. Action Jackson doing a double up here on the Rockies. I'm interested in backing them early. I'll decide between first 3 and first 5, and I lean towards that first 3. All right, let's roll on. We have all.
I'm going to double up. Sorry, Jimmy. I'm going to double up plus 115, first 5 too.
So first 5 at plus 1.
I mean, I trust Matty Ice, so I'll probably tail that Jake Myers prop, but I'm not going to add it to my official picks because I didn't consider that. But I'll probably tail it. I'm definitely going to tail it.
Let's roll on. Next up, we have Michael Lorenzen going up against Emerson Mouthcock here, who I am a big fan of. I believe in Hancock. Coming off a 10-1 loss at the Twins, he only allowed 2 earned runs over 5 innings. On the road, he's allowed 19 earned runs over 6 starts. I have no reason, unless the market indicates that I should bet him, to bet him. And I've not been betting him, and I've stopped fighting on his behalf. Let's talk about T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington. We expect a beautiful day out west. Let's take a look at the weather. 76 Fahrenheit, feels like 74, 8.3 miles per hour in. That's down to 7.2 miles per hour. Gorgeous. We have T-Mobile minus 4% overall, plus 1% homers, minus 8% doubles and triples, and minus 3% singles. We have line history-wise here for this Mariners spot. We have the 8 minus 107 to the under. This opened up at 8.5. It's now an 8, indicating that these pitchers will be good here. From a money line standpoint, we have the Mariners minus 137. They opened up minus 133, 4 cents of movement towards the Seattle Mariners. We have Michael Lorenzen. Oh, let's take a look at the action network for the cash flow. Take it with a grain of salt, of course. 73% of the tickets, 59% of the cash on the Mariners. So Royals have 27 and 41. 94% of tickets in cash on the over. What did that over do? I have some interest here in this first 3 under. Let's just see what this total did one last time. Apologies to look. Oh yeah, it's opened up at 8.5 and is now an 8. Interesting. Lorenzen has not been good this year. 4-8, 4.91 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. His last start, he allowed 4 earned runs at home versus the Rays over 5 2/3. On the road this year, he's been crushed. 11 home runs in 10 starts, 33 earned runs, and those 10 starts were covering 52 1/3. Walked 18 batters. Opponents hitting 273 against him. Lefties hitting him hard, 266, 802. Righties hitting him hard, 269, 809. Then Emerson Hancock, 3 and 4, 5.30 ERA, 1.42 WHIP. We talked about his numbers and his splits. Lefties hitting him harder than righties. Royals versus righties, 237, 668 OPS. Mariners versus righties, 271, 751 OPS. Royals bullpen has been average. They had looked good earlier in the year. Now they're struggling. 3.89 ERA, 1.32 WHIP. And the Mariners bullpen's been great. 3.30 ERA, 1.12 WHIP. Jose Bouquet, take it away. Royals, Mariners.
Yeah, I agree with your sentiments about Hancock. Obviously, I think you should respect these top 5 pitchers. The fact that he was drafted in 2020 does worry me a little bit. Shout out to the COVID drafts and all of them being weird and wonky, but minus 140 is just a little bit too expensive for me here. I would expect this to be a little closer personally. Maybe it's my high estimation of the Royals. I don't know, but I stayed off this game too. 7 cents of movement towards the Royals where I'm looking, and it just doesn't seem like it's enough for me to, or excuse me, 7 cents of movement towards the Mariners. I just don't have enough conviction or trust in the Seattle Mariners offense, especially at home, to try to get this done. So I stayed off.
Mariners offense and Randy Arozarena took care of me last night. Let's hear it from you, Peter Loshak, Royals, Mariners.
I was definitely leaning Seattle here. I'm not loving it, but definitely a pretty solid lean. I wonder what Troy Torrance thinks of this situation. Definitely leaning Seattle, though. Starting pitching roughly a wash, but I've been doing well with Seattle batter props recently. The past bunch of weeks, of course, they had that that series at Wrigley, but they have some life to them. Raleigh, Arozarena, Crawford, and KC is just in a serious funk. You know what I mean? All those guys aren't hitting. Pasquantino, you usually get like a single and maybe an RBI, or a hit and an RBI from him, maybe. But they're not. They're really in a major funk, and I don't exactly see why we would expect that to not continue here.
Hancock at home has been shoving, and it's interesting because I guess that's not. I mean, I was thinking there's more than that, but of his last 8 starts, just 3 have come at home. In those 3 starts, he's gone 18 innings, and he has allowed 3 earned runs. He's pitching at a very high level right now. Now, he got destroyed at Chicago, and he bounced back a bit against the Twins, but he's just been very good at home. And Mally Mal saying Seattle first 5 again. The problem is these are pretty. These are pitchers with pretty similar numbers. So if Hancock's being so good at home, you'd think there'd be, it'd be more expensive backing him first 5. That's not the case. It's more expensive to back the Royals first 5 than full game. Sorry, it's cheaper. It's more expensive. Sorry, the Royals are plus 120 full game, just plus 110. The Mariners are minus 140 full game. And then first 5, they're minus 130. I mean, it shouldn't be cheaper to back them first 5. I guess they're hitting righties pretty hard right now. Mally Mouth says cheaper fine by me. Cheaper is a red flag to me. This should be more expensive to back Hancock, and it's not. I don't know. I mean, the full game under does appeal to me a little bit. Yeah, I'm with you, TJ. The line doesn't make sense. And Troy expecting the Royals to win. This was a spot I was sure I was going to be backing Hancock, but watching this market marinate, it just doesn't appeal to me. So, Jose, anything for you here?
No, but I would agree with you guys. My line was minus 130, minus 125 Mariners in my head. So
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so nothing for me.
And Peter, you're off this one.
No, yes, pass.
All right. Well, we have 2 games left here, and there's not a ton of action from me. I know Reigns wreaked havoc on this card. TJ says he's going to put his money where his mouth is and take Kansas City. Let's roll. 9:40 p.m. Eastern. We have the Giants, Diamondbacks. You know, it really infuriated. I told everyone that I thought Birdsong was about to get touched in that last start, and I didn't bet it. And he got touched. And I think that's what we're going to see from Birdsong right now, but I hate fading him after he allows 7 earned runs over 4 innings. On the road this year, he's pitched in 8 games. He has started 3 of them. Jacob, great to see you. SBK saying Randy Arozarena hot for Seattle run his player combo. Huh. So let's go deeper into this one. Lefties are destroying Hayden Birdsong. So you can find the right lineups for him to succeed against. This isn't one of them because Perdomo and Marte hit from the left side. So you're going to get your first 4 batters are lefties, and then Suarez comes in and Lourdes Gurriel, and then you get 2 more lefties in McCarthy and Thomas. I think this is another bad lineup for him. Going up against Zach Gallen, who just can't be trusted. You know, there's no way. I mean, at home, he's allowed 34 earned runs in 9 starts. It's just not like him. He's just not pitching well. He gets hit hard by lefties as well, 288, 61 OPS. I clearly have a vividness bias for Zach Gallen. By the way, the Giants can throw some lefties at you. Yastrzemski and Devers at least 1-2. Young-Hoo Lee, and then Bailey will hit from the left side, and then Wisely turning the lineup over. So Giants versus righties, 233, 702 OPS. Diamondbacks, 254, 780. Despite the injuries that they're facing, they're still hitting. And Giants bullpen 3.97 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. Diamondbacks bullpen 4.99 ERA, 1.41 WHIP. BJ says Gallen has been getting smoked. So, and BJ had Diamondbacks yesterday. It was great. Medicate Monday got me to double up Diamondbacks first 5 and Diamondbacks team total over. Shout out to Justin McKelvey, who helped very much, my bankroll very much. So let's just go through this line history, and maybe that will be telling. Of course, the roof will be closed in the heat in Arizona. This total is a 9. It's minus 110 to the over. It opened up at 9, got up to 9.5 several times and kept coming back. Overall, there's 7 cents of movement to the under. And then on the money line here, we have Gallen and the Diamondbacks at minus 128. So there's no movement. This is all tricky. I wish it was all kind of correlating for me to hammer away. But 43% of the ticket, 74% of cash on the Giants, 58 and 59 on the over. Jose Bouquet, take it away.
Yeah, I lean over in this game. I've kind of let go of the belief in Zach Gallen. His last start was the one that kind of, I don't know, broke me, I guess. But I just don't think he's going to figure it out until he potentially goes to another team. And I do expect him to get traded. Maybe he's a Toronto Blue Jay. Jimmy, who knows? It's 5 earned runs against the White Sox. I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. Birdsong, like you said, you think might struggle to hit today. So all that combined kind of led me to an over that I don't want to move on. So I stayed off.
I mean, one you could say, we just watched an under, but the Diamondbacks are still hitting. The fact that this is moved slightly, 7 to 10 cents towards the under is probably going to keep me off of the spot. Peter Loshak, Giants, Diamondbacks.
All right, first of all, one more on the Texas one. I'm going to take a shot with Josh Jung, RBI. I'm seeing plus 220. That's the best line I can get. I'll take a shot with that. And yeah, this one, this is kind of a don't overthink it thing for me. I do expect both of these guys to starting pitchers to struggle again. What's the reason that wouldn't be the case here?
I have a vividness bias. I mean, I can't get over it. So if I get past that, I think Birdsong will get touched. I mean, is Gallen just going to be a gas can? I mean, why would any team want him? I mean, what, the change of scenery is going to help?
I'll definitely take running first, yes, at just minus. Although probably the first 5 over is that's another one that I was looking at. At 5 minus 105. But yeah, I'll take running the first, yes. I'll shop around. It'll be probably 110 or so. I'll take at least that, and I'll probably be looking at some hitter props against both these guys as well.
I mean, when was the last time Gallen had a good start? You got to go back 5 starts ago. Now, 4 of his last 5 starts have come on the road. The lone home start, he didn't look good. The last 2 starts he's had at home haven't looked good. Show me a home start he looked good. You have to go back to May 6th. I mean, but the market indicating, okay, this is not going to be a spot that I want to attack. Your fee was at what price, Peter?
Well, I'm shopping around. It'll probably be 110 or so. I'll see what I can get here.
All right, and Jose's off the spot. All right, let's roll on. Let's roll on to White Sox Dodgers. Can we get a bounce back start from Shane Smith? 3-5, 3.38 ERA, 1.27 WHIP. Shane Smith's last start was ugly. It was 10-0 loss at home versus Diamondbacks. He went 2 innings, allowed 5 earned runs. He's been great on the road all year long. Maybe the mistake was backing him at home, because on the road this year he's allowed 10 earned runs over 7 starts. He's allowed just 31 hits over 35 in a third. He's allowed now this year, all year, in 74 2/3, he's only allowed 5 home runs. He did allow 1 last start against the Diamondbacks. So he's allowed 3 on the road, 231 opponents batting average. The splits are great. Then we have Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who's been excellent. Again, that second start in Colorado, I should have known that he was going to shove, and he did. He's not been very good at home, 18 earned runs over 8 starts. I wouldn't mind kind of going through them a little closer. Righties hitting him harder than lefties. White Sox, as all year long have been the worst team against righties. Last 30 days, 215, 619 OPS. That's last. So it's, last 30 days, no exception. Dodgers righties, 242, 751 OPS. The Dodgers bullpen, 4.70 ERA, 1.37 WHIP. This White Sox bullpen, 3.38 ERA, 1.37 WHIP. So let's start with the weather here at Chavez Ravine. 73 Fahrenheit, feels like 72, 8 miles per hour to right field, dies down at 6.3 miles per hour. Ballpark Pal has Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium, minus 1% overall, plus 14% homers, minus 6% doubles and triples, and minus 3% singles. When we get into the line history here for this one, sorry, move that over here. Line history wise, we have the Dodgers minus 328. They opened up minus 313, so 15 cents of movement towards the Dodgers. From a total side of things as well, we have an 8.5, minus 108 to the over. This opened up plus 101 to the over. So we've had 9 cents of movement towards the over. And cash flow wise, we have 95% of the tickets in cash on the money line on the Dodgers, 94% of the tickets in cash on the over. Jose Bouquet, take it away. White Sox Dodgers.
It's going to be a pass for me. Like I've been saying, I haven't bet a minus 300 in a while, and none of them have cashed in a while. It's been really sad. I mean, again, I lean White Sox here. I would bet the White Sox gotten ahead in this game, but I just can't get there. So I've stayed off here. I like Shane Smith. Everyone knows that. Sean Burke will come tomorrow, and he'll probably be a minus 300 fade again guy. So we'll see, but nothing for me. Peter
Loshak, any interest?
No on this one, but in the Arizona game, I will definitely add Marte, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I've seen 160, but I can probably get a better line than that. Maybe a few others. This one is obviously very tough one. The Sox have been a bit less bad recently, but then on the other side, you've got Shane Smith, who is maybe coming back down worth pretty hard. And Yamamoto, not the most reliable guy in the world. I might have, some kind of a dog White Sox batter prop against him when the lineups come out and we'll see what the lines are. But as far as the game lines are concerned, nothing.
I don't know why. I mean, he's had 2 bad starts in a row at home. I guess that's a lot. 6 1/3. He's been hit hard, but you go to these road starts, he steps up. I mean, he didn't step up at Citi Field in New York, but at Houston, he allowed 1 earned run over 6 innings. So the Mets game, he allows 3 earned runs. At Chicago, he allows 1 earned run over 5 innings. He did allow 6 runs. At KC, 2 earned runs. God, I mean, I got the first 3 plus a half at plus 115 last week with the Rockies against the Dodgers, and this is a first 3 plus a half at plus 110. Like, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities of change. But I mean, 2 bad starts in a row. Is he really going to go into LA and shove? I guess I shouldn't put my money on it. I'm going to take a closer look later in the day, so I will mark it, but I don't know if I can move on it. What a tricky card. Good God. Topset says Dodgers smoke these donkeys. Let's review all action in Major League Baseball before we talk the Commissioner's Cup Championship in WNBA. I still, I had the first quarter under and the first half under queued up, but I was like, what if I could get a little bit better number, if there was an announcement that Caitlin Clark was in. I guess is she being announced out? Because this total's dropped even further, and now we have 8 and 8.5. So I imagine she's being announced out here. But let's review all MLB action here. Yankees first 5 minus a half for Mally Mal. Gorky also on the Yankees. Mally Mal also on that first 3 under 2.5 and the first 5 under 4.5. We've heard there's a big move towards the under in that one. Justin McKelvey stacks play today. Number 1, Judge RBI plus 125. Number 2, Abrams over 1 at base plus 100. But we don't think that Nats game's going to go. Dougie Wise on the Twins -1 at minus 115. We've heard about this line move back to the fish. Spooners on the Cubs -1, Rays -1, Phillies -1, and Twins money line. Redbeard on the Rays first 5 minus a half. The Marlins team total over 9. Legacy on the Braves run line. Cardinals money line. Rays run line. Mets money line. Rangers double result. The only bets TJ had made so far, now we know that during the show he added the Royals, but was Minnesota first 5 and the full game money line. Cubs -1 and Yankees first 5 minus a half. Dougie Wise on the Cardinals. Wine time on the Diamondbacks. Cards, Pirates over 7.5. Yankees, Jays under 7.5. Red Sox -110. Rockies plus 130. Mariners, Royals under 8. Mr. Belvedere on the Twins -1. Cubs -1 and Mariners money line. BJ on the Yankees and the Cubs. And the Taint play today. Jake Myers over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 110. So I'm going to let these guys deliver their own action. But for me, it's the Twins -1, and I want to study that first 3 under in Minnesota, Miami a little more. I'm moving on the Pirates. I'll see if the market gets me off or changes anything, but I like the Pirates here to take care of business. This is the perfect time, I think, to jump on the Pirates. Now, I want the market to correlate, but after everyone just saw Skeens allow, 4 earned runs against the Brewers and get outpitched by Mizorowski, everyone looking at how the Pirates don't, deliver offensively when Skeens is on the mound. They're looking at Skeens, who's 4 and 7 overall this year. I want to hit that, invest in that. When you guys don't want them, that's when I really want them. Tigers, Nats, nothing. There's not a lot of action for me. I know that the Boston Red Sox Reds game probably doesn't go. Still, regardless, I'm probably going to put the Reds first 5 in. The Brewers Mets is another issue here. I have some interest in the over, but want to see if this game goes. And then, I want to study this Gavin Williams, Matthew Boyd start where so many of you guys are on the Cubs. I want to study a little more. I'm going to bet the Rockies. My card's fine. I think I'll have enough because I'm going to take either the Rockies first 3 or first 5. I'm certainly not going to take both. And then I'm looking at this White Sox first 3 plus a half, but I don't know if I get there either. And Timmy Two Shoes saying Yamamoto will make adjustments and carve up the White Sox real good. Peter Loshak, can you please review your MLB action?
Okay, so first of all, for the Arizona game, Definitely gonna add Marte, and then I want Pavin Smith. Can I add both hit runs and RBI prop and an RBI prop for him? Is that all right? Or
Of course, yeah.
all right, I'll do that. Hits, runs, and RBIs, and an RBI prop for Pavin Smith. I'll have to do a little bit of shopping. All right, the official picks I made in the Yankees game: Bellinger hits, runs, RBIs 1.5 minus 125, and Judge 1.5 minus 135. Pivetta under 5.5 strikeouts minus 115. That probably won't go, but whatever. Cabrera under 2.5 earned runs minus 170. Shane Baz under 6.5 strikeouts minus 158. Cincinnati Boston running the first, yes, minus 113. Texas Rangers first 5 money line minus 195, and Josh Smith hits, runs, RBIs minus 130. I don't want to put on some other Texas ones, but I can't decide what to do, so I'll just put on Josh Jung RBI plus 220. Then the Arizona game, running the first, yes, minus 106. Marte hits, runs, RBIs minus 150. And Pavin Smith, I guess I will, sure, I'll double up with him. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, shop around for it, and just his RBI prop at plus 183. And that's it, a fish for my official stuff.
And sorry, Ron, that I didn't call it out, but we did talk about your spreadsheet play of the day, and we did discuss that action that you're on, Rays -1 for Ronnie Crawford. Jose Bouquet, take it away.
Yeah, I am on, and I was, I'm gonna end up staying off Minnesota, Miami. It's a tough game, and I hope you do cash the win streak. And then if you guys do, I'm sure you will shove it in my fake, saying that I faded or I didn't bet the most winning ROI bet in baseball, and I would probably deserve it. So. I'm on the Yurfie Red Sox Reds minus 120. I am on the first 5 over 3.5 minus 125 in Baltimore, Texas. And my favorite bets of the day are the Colorado Rockies first 5 and full game plus 136, first 5 plus 115.
Okay, let's roll. I'm very frustrated that I didn't move on that WNBA game. I mean, I also was like, I studied. Let's flip over. Jose, do you want to stick with us for the WNBA breakdown?
No, I will just slow you guys down with my random comments. So we'll stay on focus.
All right, let's roll into WNBA. My record is absolutely atrocious. I gave myself a 15-unit limit, and I'm right there. Maybe that's why I held back here on the first quarter under and the first half under. It was 42 and 83.5. Caitlin Clark's being announced out of this game. I thought that the line movement slightly back, meant that Caitlin Clark might be in. Now we're at double digits. I know that our guy, Wham Bam 3000, gave out the Lynx. At that point, you get him at 5 yesterday on Medicate Monday. The total now here for that. Oh, the first quarter they pulled. Wow. Interesting. It's dark. The first half's 81.5. Hasn't moved that much, honestly. Was it 83.5? All right, let's break this one down. We're at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Indiana Fever 8-8, 4-4 on the road. Minnesota Lynx 14-2, 8-0 at home. We're at the Target Center here. Let's get into the line history. I mean, AOD says the Lynx are going to wax, but, historically speaking, I never want to back a team after they beat a team by 40 points. Now, I know there's more money up for grabs here for the Commissioner's Cup than there is for a WNBA championship. So that is something that obviously needs to change. Line history wise, this opened up at 6.5 offshore, but we know it opened up at 5 at lots of offshores before this one. But this one opened up at 6.5. Now it's at 10 with Caitlin Clark not being in. I overthought this. I should have just pulled the trigger. I would feel great about myself. And also, I was saying that I did look into the Operation Garcia, and you can't bet the Operation Garcia when there's a star player who may or may not be in the lineup. So thank God I didn't do it then. But you also can't bet Operation Garcia if there's not enough players on the floor. They're giving you 4 for the Lynx and 3 for the Fever. I mean, you can't. It doesn't work like that. So Minnesota looking to win this cup for the second straight year. So there's $500,000 prize pool, but Coinbase has already put in $120,000 in crypto to the prize pool. So 11 players for Indiana, 12 for Minnesota, going to split that money. To put that into perspective, the WNBA champions get $11,356 each, and the runner-up gets $5,678. So this is, a much more lucrative victory here. The Aces in 2022 are the only team to win the Commissioner's Cup and the WNBA championship in the same year. Fever coming off their second win in 3 games, 94-86 at Dallas on Friday night. We had the numbers up here. I don't think we should talk about them. They haven't changed since early this morning. The side numbers were up for way to talk about. I don't think it's worth talking about. I don't think it makes any sense that those wouldn't have changed over the last 8 hours. So the Fever coming off their second win in 3 games, 94-86 at Dallas on Friday. It was their second straight game without the services of Caitlin Clark. They've now played 7 without her. Kelsey Mitchell went for 32. Aaliyah Boston, 21. Natasha Howard, 15 and 13, and 3 steals. They shot 59% for the game. Lynx coming off their second straight win, 102-63, demolishing of Connecticut at home on Sunday. Nafisa Collier scored 23. She leads Minnesota in scoring. She's been excellent all year, man. 24.4 points per game, 8.5 boards. Kayla McBride went for 20. Courtney Williams also doing everything. 12 points, 9 boards, 7 assists, 2 steals. They're 8-0 at home. They have a plus 9.3 point differential. And I screwed up. I screwed up here. I hate that I did, but I definitely screwed up. I thought there was a chance that she was going to be in. This line went from 7.5 down to back to 7 and 6.5. I was like, okay, maybe she's in. Maybe this total will go up. And now, I'm curious to see how high this total goes. Peter, what are your thoughts here with Caitlin Clark out of the game in the Commissioner's Cup?
Well, what happened with this total? Because as soon as I saw it, the first line I saw was like 165.5. First half under was obviously something that I wanted to do, and now I'm still seeing 163 as far as the full game total is concerned, right?
No? It's 159.5.
Let me see. What am I looking at here?
If you're looking, it's got to be a stale line or a book that hasn't moved. It's now a flat 159 at 365.
Jesus. All right, let me see. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I would still be liking the first half under. Not nearly as much, though, of course. Yeah. Wow. There you go. All right. Yeah. All right. 81. I don't know. Yeah. It seems like the obvious play. And if it loses, it's okay.
But would you rather have an 80? I can't do it. I can't do it. The 83.5, I had queued up. I had the 42 first quarter. I had it all queued up. And now it changes everything here. Changes everything. Millsy saying, rest in peace to Parlay Tease, best WNBA capper, our guy Parlay Tease. Justin McCullough got down to 165.5 when he bet it. I should have done it too. Of course, I don't. I guess
even if Caitlin Clark was in, I'd be liking it. Maybe I'd be liking it even more. I don't know.
Well, of course we'd like it more, and it would go up. We'd get a 84.5 or 85.
No, I'm saying even with Caitlin Clark and at the initial line, I would have liked it. And
I had it queued up, and I thought that she was going to be announced in, and I might get a point or a half point heavier. So I'm pissed off, man. I kind of like. I'm looking forward to see how far this line goes. I like the Fever to step up here without her, and the Lynx maybe to look past. Maybe it's a Fever first quarter. The problem is there's a lot of money on the line, so it's not like the Lynx are going to be not take this seriously. Sucks. Fucking sucks. Very, very disappointing here. This line's just going to keep moving. Probably closes, 12?
Yeah, it's going to be, can't imagine. At some point, there'll be money the other way as big places, hedge their risk. But
yeah. All right. Well, this sucks. I screwed this up.
I'll make the first half official even at 81. I'll take it. I'll make that official.
All right, here we go. Loshak on the first half, under 81. Here.
But I'm going to shop around to see the best line I can get. But
I've not seen them pull a first quarter. Very strange. So the first quarter is dark here, and they pulled it. AOD says Lynx smack City. Eldorado Custodian says a fever without CCR like a wounded Liberty team or a wounded Seattle team which either team won't make cover, but definitely pass because neither one has a player like that. All right.
81.5 minus 112.
81.5 minus 112 here for our guy Pistol Pete Loshak. My anger is just going to prevent me from making a move here. It sucks. I am going to take some more shots to see if I can possibly dig or climb out of this hole I dug, but my anger is going to stop me from making a move here at this one. Nice job, Justin, getting that 165.5. I might look for a middle at some point. Maybe whether that being live or whether this keeps dropping. If it drops to 157.5, I mean, getting an 8-point middle is a pretty juicy situation here. All right, well, that was a pretty shitty breakdown. I do like the idea that I wish I could say that Minnesota would overlook them, but the fucking stupid fever have really screwed me this year. So, and Mal saying they always want to make more money. This is a pretty intense more money situation here. But I've been getting crushed. I'm going to focus. Coin seeing a first quarter under 40.5 at minus 108. So, yeah, no, it's all good. And it's still early in the season. I'll give it a few more shots to climb out of it. But Peter, the most important thing here is not the WNBA Commissioner Cup. It is our friend Coin's birthday party. That is the most important thing here. We don't need this ball game up. Let's get rid of this fucking trash ball game. Let's get back to what's important to us. What's important to us here, Peter? One thing and one thing only. It's our friend Coin's birthday.
Will say I'm definitely going to add on in the San Francisco Arizona game. Yastrzemski hits, runs, RBIs 1.5. I've seen 109, but I can probably get better somewhere else. So I'll add that one on for sure.
Let's find out, Peter. What is the best bet on the board here for our friend Coin's birthday? Maybe we could put together a little friends and family parlay here.
Dibs on the Colorado Rockies. Happy birthday, Coin.
All right, there we go. Jose's birthday for Coin is the Rockies full game. Let me grab this.
And obviously that is a plus money spot. So Pete, you want to throw something that's minus 550 Dodgers money line? I got you.
If we're doing a parlay here, a lot of these hits, runs, RBIs, props, you can't parlay them. So that's okay. That means that my Texas first 5 money line is still available. I saw minus 195, but there's like 200s and 210s around. So the player props, a lot of times they won't let you parlay them, but that's fine. Texas Rangers first 5 innings money line, add it on minus 200.
Rangers first 5. So Jose with the Rockies. Loshak birthday pick is the Rangers.
Oh no, that's what I'm adding onto the parlay.
Oh, okay. So that's not the birthday. Okay, so that's the friends and family parlay.
Right. I mean, for the birthday pick, there's a lot. The Marte 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs just minus 150. That looks good. Cincinnati, Boston running the first at just minus 113. That looks good. Cabrera under 2.5, although now that's down to 1.5 at plus money, but that looks good. Okay. I mean, Martes, that's just like so super obvious. Let me think. I guess a happy birthday Coin. I guess let's see. The Cincinnati Boston. I mean, that's someone's probably gonna score there. Yeah. Okay, we'll just do that. Reds, Boston, running the first. Yes. I got minus 113 here for my official play, but 115 or 120 is okay as well. Happy birthday, Coin. Bet size appropriately, please. But that seems like a nice little They got
I
some.
love when
they got some
I
nice
love when I'm
bats.
already on a birthday pick that coin
Yeah,
that Pete's
sure.
getting out. So that's great.
Birthday pick is Cincinnati, Boston, Yerfy. So then, for the friends and family,
Lynx money line.
I could give a big juicy spot there. I will. I'll give the Pirates first five.
Pirates first five.
Pirates first five.
Minus 200. All right, beautiful. I'm betting it as we speak.
All right, and happy birthday, Coin, man. The guy puts out so much energy and great angles and great work for us. We are much stronger thanks to you, Coin. So thank you for rocking with us, my man. Thank you to all who rocked with us today. And we are back in business. Loshak in the bag next Tuesday, but not the Tuesday after that, Pete, because that is the MLB All-Star game lack of sports. So you will have that day off.
What are you going to do with your day off, Pete?
I don't know. I guess I'll try to. I don't know.
You're going to go protest with the communists out there, Pete,
Yeah,
in
maybe,
liberal New
maybe.
York?
Maybe I'll hawk my services. I'll be like, cut rate 50% off. I'll make you a video this Tuesday for anyone. Be the competitor. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah. Got to keep grinding, though. That's for sure.
Got to, Pete, got to. I've got to sit with this card, but there won't be that much. This is a tricky day with all of the weather. I imagine we're going to have a bunch of double headers tomorrow. My guy BT in the house, got to rock with him at Pubapalooza. What up, BT, my man? That is our show for today. And we have nothing without you guys. We're going to get a birthday message to Coin to close out today's telecast.
Yes.
AOD, BT, Big Daddy Boom, Justin McKelvey, Big Zoe. Thank you guys. All the boots are off. Need to recap. Louis Pepe, Top Set, Sweaty Butcher, Jason Meyer, the Eldorado Custodian, Big Daddy Boom. Congratulations on the squad, Sweaty Butcher. Love seeing you guys take care of business and get the victory. Thank you to all MMA Locker Room. Thank you to all that have rocked with us, truly. Timmy Two Shoes, Ronnie Lofton, SBK, Jerry Davis, BJ. We have Christopher Carter, Wine Time, Spooner. Thank you. MLG Beavis, thank you. TJ, Ricky Levine. Thank you, guys. Jose, any last words? And then set us up here for Peter's birthday message to our friend Coin.
I'm excited to hear, Pete. Your messages always send us into the week with great vim and vigor. I had an 11-unit month last month in June. I just did the mini math on my baseball record, so that was nice. I went 0-4 on Sunday to last Sunday of fucking June, so it makes me feel a little better that we're feeling good about ourselves here now in baseball. So let's keep the momentum going. Here we have to. And Pete, with these wise words, take me away. I'm going to lift my arms up, and I just want you to take me away with these beautiful words.
Take Jose away.
I mean, I don't know why people think I have wise words. I don't know shit. You know what I mean? I mean, the existence, life, consciousness, I don't know anything about it. You know, should you be a good, generous, loving person or a complete self-interested, psychotic psychopath? I don't fucking know. Should you be honest and build a reputation as an honest, trustworthy person, or should you just lie and get as much as you can through dishonesty? I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Should you be a liberal or a conservative? I don't fucking know. Should you, love your family? Probably. Sure. People are not liking this message here. I think you just got to do the best you can, keep an open mind, and and don't bite off more than you can chew. The longer I live, the more that might be the best piece of advice anyone can give anyone in all areas of life. Try to be aware of how much you can chew. Try to be aware of how big your mouth is when you bite. Try not to bite off more than you can chew. Birthday message for you, Coin. I've said it once. I've said it a million times. Can't hurt to say it again. Happy birthday, Coin. Hope you have a great day, great week, great month, great year.